Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hi, everybody. It's your girl BondyBlue, and I am back. Okay, I'm back for another BondyBlue show. I'm gonna come to y'all later on with Married to Medicine because I did not make notes for the episode yet. Before I get into my show, I would like to remind everybody the community is, in fact, not okay. All right? I have merch. This is a QR code. Get my puzzle, get my coloring book. You know what I'm saying? Get off the internet, go color, okay? And answer some journal prompts, all right? Support, okay? Right over here, QR code if you're watching me on your TV. If not, the link is down below in the description box. paperluckstudios.com where you can purchase my The Community Is Not Okay merch. Because, girl, that's what we're here to talk about today. Because the community is not okay. The community is not okay. The community is rammed, packed tight, full of women that are fighting over penis. Yes, they're fighting over penis. They're fighting for penis. They're fighting for the image of penis. And I'm here because I want all of the other people, all of the other women, all of the other men out there to know, don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't fight over penis. It's not worth it. Don't do it. That is the messaging today. Don't fight for dick. Let dick fight for you. Okay? Don't ask what you can do for a man. Ask a man what he can do for you. This is where I want everybody's mind to be moving. Okay? Because to me, I saw a plethora of issues and so many people are upset. Okay? The Cardi B stans are upset at me. I hope they know I don't give a fuck. A lot of people are saying that I'm negative. Guess what, girl? The world is negative. I'm on demon time. I'm on whatever you're on, girl. All right? So we got a lot of shit to talk about, but I do want to start off by referencing what this video is titled, right? So first of all, we're going to talk about Celina Powell's full interview with Milan. Okay, they have a podcast that otherwise I would not be watching because I don't follow pick me weird bitches that, you know, stay in they lower sacral energy, right? They down here. They way down here. They don't never come up the hill. They always down here. And we're going to start off with Cardi B and Celina Powell and Offset and Stefan Diggs and how if you were in a relationship with an abusive man, you should really be careful about how you move on from that relationship because a lot of the times what you'll do as an abuse victim is move on to a new man and compare the new man to the previous man, right? So if the previous man has a gambling problem, if the previous man can't really lift you and your BBL up, if the previous man is like, you know, crazy and abusive and just trying to run up all your money and trying to pimp you out, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you're going to go on to this next man. And this next man is going to have so many women to choose from that he's not going to be stressing you out to the same degree. So you're going to feel like this is a better situation. The other man is going to be a famous football player, so he'll have more money. So you'll be like, this is a better situation. But when you get on the internet to argue with Onika Mirage because she does the same thing, pick me weird bitch shit, okay? Right? She did the same thing with her man. She got on the internet and defended him against his conviction of assaulting Jennifer Huff when they were children because Nicki Minaj wanted him to be able to travel around with her. And since he's on the sex offenders registry list, he could not do that. He also could not drop their child off at a school or go to a park. All right? But because she wanted her felon, manslaughter, sexual assault, abusive husband to be around with her, she decided to do what I'm telling y'all not to do, which is fight for dick. She got on the internet. She did all kind of weird shit behind the scenes, allegedly sent goons to Jennifer Huff in order to threaten her to take back her story as if the conviction had not already been done. The man went to jail. He served the time. But if she were to recant her story, they might be able to get him off the sex offenders registry list. So that was the turning point for Onika for me. I can't fuck with Onika no more after that. Okay, I just can't, girl. I just can't, right? And so then Cardi B in their beef, because Onika could not take that another person is coming into the industry and taking her spot, right? That's how she perceived Cardi B, to be someone that was coming to take her spot. She didn't like that. So when Cardi came out with her new album, they're online going back and forth. And do you know what Cardi pointed out? That Nicki Minaj got on the internet and harassed Jennifer Huff on behalf of her abusive, manslaughtering, sexual assaulting husband. And we were all like, girl, right? We were all like, we're on Cardi's side because, bitch, that's weird, right? That's what Cardi said. Fast forward to now, 2026. Cardi B gets on the internet to do the exact same thing, right? She is defending her boyfriend, her baby daddy, Stefan Diggs, against one of the many assault allegations that he has pending. And the victim said his girlfriend tried to tamper with her and asked her not to sue him, not to report what he did. And now Cardi B comes online to tell us that this woman, this chef, accusing her baby daddy boyfriend of assault, she didn't tell Cardi that. So obviously it's not true because she didn't tell Cardi that. Once again, Cardi on the internet fighting over what? Over dick. You would think everything I just named would teach young women that are now in their 30s, right, not to fight over dick. You would think, just let the man fight his own battle because that's what y'all want men to do. Y'all want men to be brutal. Y'all want men to be violent. Y'all want men to be able to fight, provide, and protect. But they can never protect themselves because the women have to do it, correct? A lot of y'all are rabid dogs defending weird-ass men that are only going to take advantage of you and abuse you. And you don't want to hear that because Cardi B is your fave. And so when I say she's repeating the same pattern of behavior as she did with Offset, as Nicki Minaj did, y'all all get on the internet and lose your minds. Now I'm talking about Cardi too much. Now I'm minding other people's business. Now I'm trying to build my platform off of Cardi B. I think that's very interesting, seeing as though I've been doing this since before Cardi B was a blimp on Instagram. But because people are willing to put their degenerate lifestyle on display for everybody, they grow to millions of followers, and so many other degenerate people love them because they love to see people at the bottom where they are flourishing. And girl, I'm not mad at you. This system is fucked up. However you get it out the mud, that's how you get it out the mud, okay? But when it comes down to it, this is BondyBlue's commentary. I give opinions and commentary on things that have already been presented to me on the internet. I don't investigate these people. I don't dig up their shit. It's not my way. And there have been times in the past where people have come to me with tea that has not yet been spilled on the internet, and I refuse to be the first one to break the story because I don't give a fuck that much. This is all about having conversations that try to help all of us have a better experience. So if we can't make Cardi B not put herself in harm's way for a man, maybe there will be a woman out there or a young woman out there listening to me and other women like me, and they'll be like, hey, I don't want to be like that. I'm not going to do that. So that's what I'm here doing, just in case we're all confused about it. Okay? Now, they told me that I better not get on the internet and say that Cardi B was anti-black. First of all, nobody tells me what the fuck to talk about. Let's start there. And I didn't want to call Cardi anti-black because I don't, it almost feels like a blind spot, right? It feels like you've been brought up into an environment and you don't even recognize how maybe the colorism or the racism has been embedded in your psyche, in your socialization. You're a Latina woman, and a lot of Latina people grow up in colorist, racist households, right? Yes, your grandmother might have been a dark-skinned Black woman, but we've gotten a white man to kind of wash that out, right? Somebody got a white Latina granddaddy. We wash that out because we don't want to be dark-skinned, because being dark-skinned means having a harder life. Being Black means having a harder life. Being Black means being stereotyped, all of these negative things. And so the Latina community loves to whiten their line so that they don't have to deal with that. And those same colorist, racist, ignorant ideals are still prevalent today, which is why you will find so many light-skinned, white, Latina women that have problematic views on Black women. And they say problematic things. They call them monkeys. They call them roaches. They say they're ugly and then act like it's not about the colorism. It's just about how the person looks. And I would just love to hear, what about Tasha K's face is ugly? Is it the nose? Is it because she has a wide, full nose like a lot of Black people do? We would call that featureism. So yeah, y'all, we're going to take a walk. So I stopped. Last time I was here, we talked about how Jessie Woo read some comments. I'm not going to mince words. Jessie Woo sounded like she was agreeing that Cardi B had a revenge baby. Cardi B came up online very angry about someone saying she had a revenge baby. And like a lot of y'all do, y'all then say, if we're talking about the woman and how she may have been careless with her coochie or reckless with bringing children into an unstable environment, y'all don't want us to speak on that because y'all want child abuse to consist and be pervasive, right? Because a part of child abuse is parents that are so worried about what? Dick, that they're not worried about the psyche, the mentality, and the overall emotional regulation of their children. How are you going to emotionally regulate your children when you can't emotionally regulate yourself because you're on Spaces screaming into a phone? What, a couple of hours out the day? Maybe the kids weren't around. I'm not sure. I'm not in her life. I don't know that lady, but I do know she comes to the internet quite often, giving me a plethora of things to choose from when I decide to come up here and give my commentary on how there are so many problematic, degenerate women that are willing to have babies in unstable situations for dick. Okay, so let's get into it. Jessie Woo's response.
People will actually see the clip and see I'm not the one who said it. And still, oh yeah, Jessie Woo said it, Jessie Woo said it. Just a bunch of dummies, just like you. Bird brains.
She got karma for trying to get on.
Right?
She got karma for trying to get a revenge baby.
We remember this. Jessie gave a nice, nasty read, right? Called you a dummy, called you a bird. Really, to me, even if y'all don't want to say that Cardi is anti-Black, I'm going to say that her fans are. Even if Cardi isn't anti-Black, even if Cardi isn't the main problem here, her fans are. And so that's who I'm talking to, because this is not about whether Cardi or Jessie felt a way about somebody's opinion on whatever's out there on social media. This is about the fact that people doxed and threatened to call immigration, threatened to call ICE on Jessie Woo for her commentary on Cardi B. I feel like that's too far. I do. Y'all, you want to call her a dumb bitch, all of that. That's fine. But the truth of the matter is you're really upset at that nigga. You're really upset that this entire situation is stressful and embarrassing, but your ego is keeping you from being honest about that, right? So we had a baby for another fuck nigga. It's a messy situation, and now we're going to fight over dick because that's safer than admitting we made a mistake. Now, Jessie Woo, yes, has been problematic several times. She is another one that I would have referenced as a pick-me in other situations, okay? For instance, we talked about it in my members only. Where is it at? Jessie Woo took to her social media to attack that young woman who went to her sister's wedding This one right here.
Jessie Woo is claiming that Cardi B is weaponizing her audience, lying on her, and bullying and harassing her when she did the same thing to me when I was 6 months pregnant over a dress. My name is Teyana Lively, and I'm the girl that wore this purple dress to her friend's wedding, and the internet ruthlessly dragged me for what I decided to put on my body. Jessica, you used your huge platform to bully and harass me when I was already at my most fucking vulnerable. You called me a bitch, pussy ass hoe. You attacked my marriage. You attacked my character and the love for my friend. And if that wasn't bad enough, you said that my child was leaking out of me when I was 6 months pregnant.
That's a lot, right? So Jessie Woo, also problematic, right? In this instance, I can say Jessie Woo lost her fucking mind if this is the way she talked about this woman all over a dress. I told y'all when this story came out, the dress wasn't that serious and everybody needs to calm the fuck down, okay? But y'all do like to police women's bodies. That's what y'all do, okay? So yes, I understand that while Cardi B, her weird ass fans are doing the most when Jessie Woo talks about everybody. That's her job. You guys come to social media because you want to see what is going on with celebrities. You also want to watch people talk about what's going on with celebrities. And it's all well and good until they say something you don't like, and now you're in the comments flashing the fuck out like you're not here for the mess. Okay? So, I feel like Jessie Woo can say whatever she wants to say. Cardi can say whatever she wants to say. The fans take it to hell, and I wish that y'all would stop, because there is nothing more pathetic than grown women on the internet fighting on behalf of celebrities they don't know. Y'all are not fighting about right is right and wrong is wrong. That's not what y'all are fighting about. Y'all are fighting because y'all identify with the degeneracy and the pick-meism. And so you want to fight on Cardi's behalf because you identify with how she's willing to embarrass herself over dick. Y'all love to say that Cardi's whole life is revenge, and that's a really cute thing to say. That's a really, really cute thing to say. But I would like to remind y'all, it's not revenge if you end up in the same fucked up situation. It's not. Offset is going to feel good about the fact that you end up in a relationship with another abusive man that's going to dog you out. So whenever that shit starts coming to the blogs, because it will, he'll be somewhere twiddling his thumbs, feeling like, see, bitch, I told you that nigga wasn't shit. You thought he was going to be better than me. I don't know why the facts of life upset people so much, but hey, here we are. So Jessie Woo says that the stands, they go ape shit on black women. They do. They do. It's a lot of anti-blackness. And it's a lot of black women that have this same anti-blackness. They've internalized it. It's the same thing we covered Teyana Arnold, right? Teyana Arnold internalized racism, right? You value the feelings of light-skinned people and men more than you care about the feelings of yourself or women who look just like you. Okay? So I just want us to understand we've internalized the things that have been put upon us at this point. All of us, everybody, girl, everybody. Now, let's see. Cardi B responds to Jessie Woo claiming she's being attacked by black women. No, girl, you knew exactly what you were doing. Keep my name out of your mouth. I don't know what y'all mean by she knew what she was doing. Maybe you guys feel like talking about Cardi B means that you know people are going to come and attack you because you're talking about Cardi B. And that makes me feel like, oh my God, should I be scared or something? Should I be scared and like not talk about this famous person like I talk about everybody else because y'all are going to get upset and lose your shit on the internet? Girl, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. We're all going to talk about it. And if you don't want us to talk about it, you know what you can do, right? Not come to the internet with your personal business.
Later, you want to act like, oh, your life is in the public, so why can everybody can have an opinion? Why can I say what I want to say? Because you know I already don't fuck with you because you already made up a lie about me that got me harassed while I was pregnant with my son. Now, when I reply back to you publicly, You want to act innocent, and it's like, oh, I'm getting harassed by black women. No, girl, you know exactly what you was doing. Keep my name out your fucking mouth because you know I don't fuck with you. You got me harassed by a whole fan base, and you wanted people to pick up what you said on that platform, that it was a lie, so I could be harassed while I was pregnant. So don't even try to get that fake sympathy from people or from me.
Nobody wanted you to be more stressed out than the dick you were willing to fight over. But okay, Jessie will lied on you. Y'all have some personal shit going on, right? She did something to you. You're pissed off about it. And so you get online and you go off on her. And then your stans decide to take it to hell, right? And dox her and threaten to call ICE on her. Mind you, as somebody who fights for, as an advocate, right? Advocate for immigrants, advocate for, the Democrats, whatever y'all want to say about Cardi B. That's not cool. And I think it's so interesting that so often Cardi will say things on her platform, and then the result is her stans doing the very things that she's supposed to be anti, right? The Samira situation, y'all, fat phobia is a part of racism. I know y'all don't want to believe it, but there are books about it, girl. If you want to go read, you can find out the intersectionality and the connection between racism and fat phobia. Right? Because we're measuring our bodies by white people. That's essentially why fat phobia is a part of racism. Okay? So you went in on Samira. That sent your fans her way, and she had to take a break. She come back and do her advocacy along with all the other amazing things Samira does. And, we're going to get into Easy in a moment. But people attacked her on your behalf. And now it's the same thing. So when I was coming up, I remember hearing a saying, to whom much is given, much is required. Right? Meaning that if you have a lot of fans, if you have people that are willing to do these types of things on your behalf, you have to be willing to go out there, Celina como la flor, okay? Como la flor. You was calling yourself the Mexican Celina. I'm sorry, you were calling yourself the what is it, the Dominican Celina? Girl, whatever. The hood Celina, the real trap Celina. Tan tropa, me diste tú, te parichito, me manejai, je sais, baby. And everybody's supposed to calm down. Okay, you're supposed to get your fans to calm down because they're doing too much. Pero como me puedes. You're supposed to calm the fans down when they start to do too much, because this should go in like opposition to what you stand for, right? Anti-ICE, right? We shouldn't want people doxxed just because we don't like their opinion.
Stop picking on me. And just like I said on that, my intro of my album, but when I drag it to hell, Cardi, you evil as fuck. Stop talking about people. I don't talk about people unprovoked. I don't even be fucking thinking about y'all unprovoked.
We weren't thinking about you unprovoked either. Nobody would have got on the internet to say anything about you. I make several videos all the time, and they're not always about Cardi B. So I wouldn't have had anything to say either if you had not come out and posted the receipt showing that you were talking to the chef that's accusing your boyfriend of assault. If you had not come out and said any of that, if you had not come out and allegedly, possibly tampered with the witness, then nobody would have had anything to say. But that's what you did, right? Because you want to fight over dick. And so you came on the internet to let everybody know that you didn't choose bad again, and that Stefan is not the man that we all think he is.
Leave people alone. Stop picking on me. And just like I said on that, my intro of my album, but when I drag it to hell, Cardi, you evil as fuck. Stop talking about people. I don't talk about people unprovoked. I don't even be fucking thinking about you.
Okay? Now, listen, I'm not going to stop talking about you. If you come to the internet with something and I have an opinion on it, I'm not going to stop talking about you. How about you block Jessie? How about y'all block? If y'all don't like my commentary, y'all can block me. You don't have to see me, bitch. And I'm one of them people that tell y'all don't at nobody, don't be in nobody comments with no foolishness, because I don't live my life like that. I get up here on my platform and I talk about the things that I want to talk about, okay? I read the books that I want to read, sing the songs that I want to sing. That's what I do up here. And I don't at people because, as I always say, my opinion about other people is my problem. So I don't be under people's comments trying to harass them, because even if I don't like something somebody does, I don't feel like the world should be dogpiling on one person, right? And I don't even want to be a part of when the dogpiling happens. But I do commentate and do YouTube for a living, and I've been doing it for over 9 years now. My platform has already been built. I may not be as big as other people, but I really don't give a fuck, because the people that have a lot of followers also have a lot of bots and a lot of bird brains and a lot of NPCs and a lot of groupthink zombie weird motherfuckers. I want y'all to think for yourselves. I don't need like fandom and all of that like that. If you fuck with me, I appreciate you. I'm so glad that y'all come and that y'all enjoy my content. But y'all know, even when we be in a Discord, y'all be scared to say shit. Don't be scared to say nothing. Say what you gotta say. It's okay. I ain't gonna bite your fucking head off. Now, I might not agree with you. I might, say my opinion, which may be in opposition to yours, but always respectful, because it's not that deep, right? Especially in my Discord.
I really don't like how people like to poke on me, and then when I reply back, the way that I reply back be so strong that a lot of these bitches
It's not you though,
always
Cardi.
want to play victim.
It's not you though, Cardi. It's not you though. I know you think that you dragged it to hell when you got online and called her a dumb bitch, which was really a projection. I know you feel like you ate her up, but it's not you, sis. It's your fans. Your fans see things in you that they identify with, and they want to defend you. And so they come on the internet and they drag it to hell. You didn't really drag shit to hell. You got online and called her a bunch of dumb bitches. That was it. Your fans took it to hell. Your fans did the weird shit.
When I reply back. And my thing is, stand on shit. And also, I'm really getting tired every single fucking time that a bitch come for me and I clap back, they want to raise bait. And they always want to use some race baiting shit. And it's like, baby, this have nothing to do with color. This have nothing to do with skin. This got nothing to do with race. This has everything to do with, stop talking about me, because I don't talk about you bitches. And let me tell you something about the whole.
I don't believe Jessie, is playing victim. Playing victim would imply that people weren't doing what they're doing to her. I don't know how one plays victim when people are doxing you and threatening to call ICE on you. People are harassing you and, threatening to unalive you and all of that. Having thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming to talk that type of shit to you, yeah, girl, it's not playing victim. She's not playing victim. And I honestly feel like, as somebody who did not want to say that it was anti-blackness, it's starting to showcase itself that way. I didn't necessarily want to say it, right? I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to believe that about Cardi, girl. I didn't. I just wanted to believe that she's, ignorant Latina who grew up being socialized to be colorist and looked down on black people from time to time. But maybe she had grown out of that, right? You got your brown-skinned black friends, you know what I'm saying? You the brim, okay? Star brim and all of the, like, you have your black girlfriends, right? And we know how much you love black dick, which we know doesn't mean anything, because preferences always love black dick and they're still racist. Girl. Okay? So I don't feel like Jessie Woo is playing victim. I feel like Jessie Woo was doing what she does all the time, which is getting on her platform and talking about celebrities, because that's what Jessie Woo does for a living. And she got up there and talked about it. Y'all sent it to Cardi. Cardi went off, and then y'all proceeded to dox and harass her behind this opinion. I don't think it's playing victim. I honestly feel like y'all shouldn't be doxing people and threatening to call ICE on them because somebody said something bad about your favorite celebrity. I do feel like y'all do too much. Maybe y'all are children, but when I click on y'all's pictures, a lot of y'all are the very women that Cardi would be looking down on. A lot of y'all are fat, big nose black women that are in the comments like fighting on behalf of a woman that may not really give a fuck about you at all, because the very things that you possess, she's going at another woman for. I'm just saying, I literally clicked on somebody's picture I was like, girl, why? Who is talking this much shit to me about Cardi? Clicked on the picture. One of the first pictures on her TikTok I saw, brown skin, big nose, looked like she fat. The bitch then been fat phobic. The bitch then, called black people ugly and all of this. And here you are fighting for your life in my comments on behalf of this woman. And do you know what Cardi does that helps this? Cardi will then put like a video of her dancing or doing some fun, goofy shit, which reminds us why we kind of like her, right? But in the meantime, you are on Spaces screaming into the abyss. And I feel like, if y'all are going to say that Jessie is playing victim, then y'all need to say that Cardi is playing victim as well. Okay?
This girl, I'm not even going to mention her name because it's like they're going to put you back on the blocks again. Oh, it's 11/11. Make a wish.
So, yeah. I don't believe, because this is the thing I don't agree with Jessie. Jessie said Cardi B is lying on me. Cardi B was not lying on you. You insinuated that you agreed that she was having a revenge baby. And me personally, girl, I would say I don't know that to be a fact because I'm not in your mind, but it's a possibility. Like, you are a woman that does a lot of low-lying things, right? A lot of women that are struggling in survival mode and are pick-me's, yeah, y'all do like a lot of weird shit. Y'all do a lot of vindictive weird shit. And that's why we're going to start talking about Celina Powell now. Because y'all are kind of like one and the same, right? All of y'all that Offset is fucking with, y'all are all similar types of women. Y'all are, for some reason, hard hustlers, right? Y'all go out here, y'all make y'all money, y'all look good, y'all get access to these celebrities, right? And then you turn around and become a whore or a pimp that's also which as y'all described, a crackhead type nigga. The word bird, okay? So, y'all, it may not be anti-blackness as to why Cardi B will go in on Jessie Woo and Tasha K, right? I don't even really mention Tasha because the shit that she and Tasha went through, yeah, if I beef with you, I'm gonna beef with you forever. That's understood. Tasha was not wrong when she said it was giving witness tampering. She was not wrong. But they have a long-standing beef. So when they go at each other, I understand where it comes from. And people do go to hell when they don't like you. So that's one of the reasons why I wasn't willing to say it was anti-blackness, because Tasha does a lot. You know what I'm saying? Tasha does a lot, right? She's very good at what she does, but Tasha does a lot, especially when it comes to Cardi. On some level, I believe that Tasha feels like a lot of black women feel that if you were black, you would not be able to get away with the amount of ignorant shit that you get away with. They've been saying that for the longest. Nicki Minaj even said it. Okay? But then I feel like Nicki Minaj, girl, shut the fuck up, because you get away with a lot of weird ass shit too. You still got people in comments defending you to me after, they're black women, and you sat up there with Turning Point USA, which is trying to, jumpstart Handmaid's Tale and all of this shit. Got rid of all of the DEI, rolled back all of the civil rights shit. So they're doing extreme anti-black shit over there at Turning Point USA. And y'all's favorite one sat down with them and acted like that wasn't the case, and called our current dictator, a handsome, amazing man and all of that shit. If y'all still want to defend her, something is wrong with y'all, and I'm blocking every single one of you hoes. Every single one of y'all, because something's wrong with y'all. Okay? Now, back to Celina. I have notes on Celina Powell's interview with her homegirl Milan, but what I gauge from this is that these are people that are very toxic. These are people that have probably, they're not evolving outside of the degenerate behavior. They're just not, okay? Celina Powell is obviously not evolving. Celina and Cardi have something in common besides the fact that they're not black. They both are willing to allow men to use them till they can't use them anymore. So you're right, y'all. It may not be anti-blackness. Don't worry. I won't run with an anti-black narrative when it comes to Cardi B. I'll just run with a pick me, birds of a feather flock together, and y'all continuously let men pimp y'all out and play in y'all face while these men don't give you the same in return. I think that's fucking sad. I do. I think it's really, really sad. Let's get into it. Celina in the bed. Once again, there are so many videos of Celina in the bed with some drugged up, drunk celebrity man, because as I've said before, she's a cleanup woman. Okay? And the reason why she's the cleanup woman is because she's willing to do whatever these men want her to do, which tells me Celina Powell's actual confidence is in hell. I don't care how much she tries to present herself to us as somebody that likes themselves. She does not like herself. Cardi don't like herself neither, because women that like themselves don't play themselves out for men the way these women do. Okay? Because at this point, y'all, a lot of y'all were in my comments defending Cardi, saying that, you know, why would she be mad at Celina Powell for this interview that she did? This is helping her case about Offset. And I'm like, y'all are absolutely right. It is helping her case. They are the same type of woman. Cardi B and Celina Powell must be the same type of woman. Why would she go in on a woman that's just like her and that's just trying to help her, right? Right. So let's get into some of the things that Celina Powell said in her interview. Hold up. Let's go to
I go to sleep for like literally like
now I'm not going to play
an hour. Then
this,
ring, ring.
but I'm going to have it, you know, on as visual aid. Okay. These are the notes that I made. Like the video, girl. Like the video. All right. Celina Powell. Offset called Celina at 4 a.m. in the morning, asking her for her to bring all the money she has to him. She at some point was telling him about all of this money in the safe that she has, and he said, bring all of the money with you. She did. They kissing in the mouth. They're fucking on her period. They're very close. For some reason, even after everything Celina Powell has apparently been through with Offset, because they dated in like 2018 or something like that, and she lied and said she was pregnant for him. At the same time, I think that Cardi was coming out pregnant with Culture, if I recall. I'm not sure on that, because I don't pay attention to Celina Powell, because I feel like another, you know, low-lying person that I can't pay no mind to, girl. You want to be down there, and I'm going to leave you down there, okay? Still find issue with the way y'all move, because I feel like this is like Celina. You can't tell me Celina Powell wasn't abused as a child. You can't tell me that Celina Powell. Hold up, y'all. I need my. Y'all can't tell me that Celina Powell wasn't abused as a child in order for her to be the type of woman that sits on this podcast giggling and laughing about what she explained to us. Okay. So already, this is a man. Y'all know Offset has been out here with several different women. My fan fell. Hold up. Okay. So Celina said in the interview, she gave Offset money and let him gamble it away. So meaning like he called her, hey, I need some money. Bring all your money. She brings the money. He sits in front of the slots at the casino, loses all the money. They go upstairs. He lays out on a bed, pulls his dick out. She sucks it. Right? Oh, I'm sorry. Not on the bed. This is not the bed moment. In the car. She sucked this dick in the car. I tell y'all all the time, anytime a woman is somewhere sucking dick and not getting anything in return, that's not a good look. It's not a good look. Men are here to use you. Men are here to use you and to capitalize off of you as much as they possibly can. Men are taught to exploit women, no matter how you slice it. As a child, boys are being taught how to find ways to exploit and manipulate girls. That's a part of their development, is how to get what they want out of girls. Okay? So she gave him money, let him gamble it away, and then sucked his dick in a car. All of that tells me this lady don't have no self-respect. Okay? She just knew that he would give her the $15,000 back, but he lost it and then called and asked her for more. She sent it to him. He asked her for her to get a hotel and an Uber. You're supposed to be with celebrity. She's like, I thought he was my man. She was like, you know, the hotel was $300, but he ended up getting the hotel. And then he asked her to Uber or send a car for him to come to her. And she was like, I could just come get you. And he was like, never mind, I'll get the car. Celina has recordings of Offset, which we're going to go through some of those. But she sucks his dick once he gets to her hotel or wherever she is. he laid out on the bed. She sucked his dick. They had sex on the last day of her period. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty, but men do thrive off that. Spiritually, in some type of way, I'm telling y'all don't have to believe me, but men gain something from having period sex with women. They do. They gain something. I don't know. Maybe it's power. Maybe it makes them feel better about themselves. Maybe it adds a little jolt of vitamin C into their dick. Girl, I don't know. But I know that they like to do that. Also, they just like to do like really, really nasty shit. The nastier it is, the happier they are. Okay? So having sex with Celina Powell, somebody that everybody has had sex with on her period, kissing her in the mouth, like it reminds me of Neo. Neo would act like he just wanted to do the nastiest, most degenerate thing because he, allegedly, I believe he has like a sex addiction or something. But I remember getting like all of these prostitutes pregnant. And what you start to understand about celebrity men is because they can get whatever they want to get, money, access to girls, drugs, whatever. They can always have whatever it is that they want once they get to a certain level. They get tired of it. And so now they want to do things that are scary, like having unprotected, nasty, fluid swapping sex with prostitutes who are open for business to anybody, right? Like Celina Powell. So Celina has recordings of Offset. She sucks his dick. Then they have sex with him on her last day of her period. Nasty hoes give us too much information. The friend Milan was like, girl, he showed up. How you say he showed up? Apparently he showed up to her hotel or showed up in, to her car, wherever they were, with E&J, which is some old nigga shit, and a cigarette. And they was like, oh, he's giving crackhead. No, he's giving pimp. He's giving, I walked up with my bottle in my joint, like, where do you want to suck my dick, bitch? Do you have the money for me? All right, you ready to suck my dick and give me the money? Great, let's go up to your room. That's what it gave to me. All I could think about is that skit that Dave Chappelle does when he's a pimp. Okay? She thinks that he cares about her. I'm not exactly sure why. Oh, I know why. Abused as a child, self-esteem in the basement, not very clear on when people don't care about her or not. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I know when you have an abusive parent, it grooms you to be in relationships with people that abuse you, and you can't really see that they don't like you because your parents used to do this thing with you where they say they love you and they do kind things, but then they do mean things and they abuse you and, don't give a fuck about you in one breath. So what that trains you to think is that people who love you can treat you like shit and then simultaneously love you. That's what your parents are teaching you in these dynamics. It may not be the intent, but that is the impact, okay? So Christmas Eve, he calls for more money. He called her for more money. She sends it. Once again, ma'am, you're supposed to be the whore. You're supposed to be the prostitute. You're supposed to be the gimme girl, right? So Celina, I feel like they're not hoeing accurately anymore. Back in the day, hoes would show up and they would exchange goods and services for money. Now, the hoes show up, give the nigga money, and fuck him. What are you getting in return exactly? Oh, a connection to somebody that's famous makes you feel like you're special. If y'all read any of Corinne Steffen's books, y'all would know that was one of her main issues of also abusive mother, right? Absentee father. You want to feel like you matter because most of the time you feel like you're no one and you're nothing because that's how them people treat you. But whenever you are close to a celebrity, it all of a sudden makes you feel like you matter. So that's why she's smiling and giggly about all of this humiliating, embarrassing shit that she's telling us because it's going to get her fame. It's going to get her 154,000 views on this podcast, right? It's going to give her some type of clout and that's going to make her feel better in the time being. But ultimately, is it going to actually build up her self-esteem and make her eventually stop allowing men to humiliate her and exploit her? No, which is why it's not real. Clout doesn't actually help you, okay? Yes, Christmas Eve, she sends more, and then he gets on the internet and flosses the money that she sent him. His children, I believe, were holding up the money in a car or something like that. So he's flossing the money that she just gave him. Then what really pissed her off, right, is that she sees some random bitch online with some Birkin bags and some jewelry. So you giving one woman Birkin bags and jewelry, but you hitting me up for $15,000 and to suck your dick? Yeah, Celina, because he doesn't respect you and you're a bottom bitch. You're somebody, you're the cleanup woman. So you somebody that these niggas call when they want to get money, when they want to get sex, when they want to feel like they're with a woman that thinks they're the bee's knees because they're a celebrity. Here comes Celina Powell, okay? So yeah, she's like, oh my God, I feel like he's pimping me. Yeah, bitch. The first time you sucked his dick and gave him money, you should have realized he was pimping you. She calls him gay, which is so interesting to me. And the reason why she calls him gay is because she ate his ass. So he used your tongue as toilet paper. You sucked his dick and you gave him upwards of $20,000 plus. You don't like yourself. You don't care about yourself. You don't love yourself, girl. Okay? Now, she said she didn't want to expose him, but she was tired of asking for her money. Okay? She says that she is easily manipulated. The reason why she's easily manipulated is because she's manipulative. People that are always trying to manipulate other people are also very susceptible to manipulation. It is what it is. Okay? He called Cardi's baby a bastard. He said, this is what he said. He said that Culture doesn't fuck with the new baby because Culture has not met Stefan. And so you popped up with a baby that's not for her dad. Also, since when does a woman get a restraining order against a man and that means he doesn't talk to his kids anymore? I don't know what's true or what's not true in this situation, but it doesn't feel like it's a stable situation to have a fourth child in with another man that also has a whole harem of women that he has to deal with. If y'all think that that's a good idea, I know y'all don't think that's a good idea. I know y'all don't. But y'all's response to this will be, we should just mind our business, right? Girl, tell him stop talking to us. Tell him stop calling us on the internet about it, okay? And also the nanny. So I'm sure at this point, Cardi has fired the nanny because the nanny is the one that was allegedly giving him all of this information about how, Culture is not really knowing who the kids are, about Stefan Diggs. So Cardi had the baby. Stefan Diggs comes to the hospital, finds out he cannot sign the birth certificate because she's not legally divorced yet. And so then he leaves angrily. Now, this is what she said. She said, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what he's saying, right? That he left and didn't see her for 3 days. Y'all were in the comments saying that this is because he's a football player. And I thought it was interesting that with everything we know about Stefan Diggs, like, and what we know about men and what we know about football players, y'all are still trying to find ways to make excuses for this behavior, right? We don't know any of this, but it was many of y'all writing paragraphs about how football players can't stay in the hospital with their girlfriend when she has a baby. And I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. Having a baby with a football player means that he doesn't have to be there for you because he has to go play football. I'm sorry. I forgot. But yes, Offset somehow has a restraining order. I'm sorry, Cardi has a restraining order against Offset, which also means he doesn't get to talk to his kids. I didn't even know about that. I did not know about that. I'm sorry. That was new information for me. And Culture apparently doesn't like the new baby. And again, has not met Stefan. Somebody was in my comments and said, that's good. That means that Cardi isn't bringing any man around her kids. Okay. I mean, she had a baby for him. So I'm very confused on how y'all think that that's not going to affect her kids, that she would have a baby with a man. They've never met him. And somehow y'all are going to be able to keep those things separate. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of y'all out here that's loose with y'all pussy and really want to defend these things because you've done some of these things with not nearly as much money. Let's see. She also told us that he wants to catch Stefan slipping and harm Stefan. We already know this because 2 previous girls have come out and said that he's trying to find ways to set up Stefan Diggs. Okay? We already know that. We didn't need Celina Powell to tell us that. Offset has $13 million in his account, but then he paid to get out of his contract with P from Quality Control because y'all know these record companies are basically pimping out their artists. Okay, so he paid $10 million of his $13 million to get out of that deal. That will leave him with $3 million. And apparently he owes $2 million to the IRS and he has gambling debt, and Cardi filed for a divorce, which is why he's asking Cardi for money, alimony, child support, whatever the fuck he's asking Cardi for. It's because he didn't spend up all of his money and now he has a gambling problem. He proceeds to ghost Celina about giving her money back. Bottom line, Celina never gets any of the money back that she gave him, which is why she decided to come to the internet. She gave him ample time to give her money. He did not. She also said he is one of those people, like I told y'all about Michael Jackson and Prince. There's a lot of people that I feel like they drug themselves to go to sleep because they have a hard time sleeping for whatever reason. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's, people that have come to them in their sleep. Girl, who fucking knows? But I do believe there are a lot of people out there that cannot go to sleep because their memories haunt them. And so they take drugs to go to sleep. Okay, because I was wondering why the fuck Michael Jackson was taking propofol. And I was like, nigga, what are you trying to not think about when you go to sleep? Okay. But anyway, Milan, which is the other young woman here, thinks that it's catchback for saying that she was pregnant by him. So Milan thinks that Offset planned all of this. No, he didn't. Y'all really, they be thinking they so smart. He didn't plan all of that just to get back at her for lying about being pregnant for him. No, all that did was put it in his mind that I can hurt you, I can abuse you because you already did something to me. He just wanted to use her for whatever she was willing to give. What usually happens is a man will do whatever you allow him to do, and he'll keep pushing the boundaries to see how much you'll allow. And the more you allow, the more he'll do. That's all this was. It wasn't planned out. She's just, her self-esteem is in the gutter and she wants to feel like somebody wants her or that she's important. And so he knows that he can play on all of her internal insecurities to get coochie and money and mouth out of her. That's sad. I wouldn't want to be a woman like Celina Powell because it seems that people just use you and discard you. And I personally, being a human being and having feelings and self-respect, that would be quite bothersome for me to be in a situation like that. So there are women like that who I feel like, I blame y'all mamas and y'all daddies because they brought y'all into this world with a bar in hell. And so as y'all progress into women, y'all do things and y'all have this very it's not that big of a deal, girl. You're in pain. You're in pain, girl. And she also has more information that she hasn't put out. And a lot of people are saying the reason why Cardi can't come online and curse Celina out is not just because Celina is helping her case, but also because there's a lot of shit that Celina can say that she hasn't. So we don't know because y'all want us to believe what she said about Offset, but you don't want us to believe what she said about Stefan. Either way, my whole point is that Cardi B in this relationship with Stefan is basically doing the same thing she did with Offset, but you just can't see it because you're in the thick of it. You're in the thick of it. And if y'all were really her fans and y'all really cared about her, y'all would not always validate and co-sign things that are actually detrimental to her, like witness tampering. But y'all don't really care about her. Y'all just want to feel like there's somebody out there that's rich that exemplifies the degeneracy that you exemplify. Okay, let me see. Where do I want to go next? Oh, yes. Because Cardi said this is all helping her case. Now, mind you, I feel like if you already got a restraining order against your husband that keeps him away from your kids, I don't know how much more Celina Powell needs to offer up to help you in your divorce. Kind of feels like a cop-out. I'm going to just tell y'all. My opinion is that a lot of things like homophobia, fatphobia, colorism, racism, they are so deeply embedded that we don't always see when we're acting out from that place. You have a blind spot. So you don't always see that you're actually more angry at somebody that looks a certain way because of these anti-Black things that you were socialized to believe, right? You feel like you could just let loose on certain people versus others who you, I guess, pretend to be scared of because we're scared of Celina Powell. So this is more evidence of Offset doing embarrassing shit.
What?
Okay.
Think shit sweet. Don't think it's sweet. Shit ain't sweet, mama. On my mama, it ain't. My mama, you think you seen something every time? Why did?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Think shit sweet. Don't think it's sweet. Shit ain't sweet.
Literally threats after threats. Told me to pay him to keep my accounts after he already ran off with 15 plus. Well, 15K plus. Well, this is what happens, right? This man has been showing you he didn't give a fuck about you this entire time. You weren't paying attention. Mind you, he was so happy getting Jordy jumped on New Year's Eve right in front of me. Now he's saying I'm next on his mama. Well, yeah, and you wouldn't be the second or the third because Jordy and there was another woman, I believe. We talked about that. Tired of this grown man threatening me almost every day, got me living in fear because he owes me $15,000 plus. I tried to get my money back for weeks, and all I've gotten is threats. If anything happens to me, Offset did it. She's not the only one that's come out and said this. We've seen previously that another woman came out and said it, okay? Cardi says that this is all going to help her case. All right. Now, my only issue with this thought process is we're going to use Celina Powell to help your case with Offset, your divorce. That seems like you don't even really need the help. But at the same time, right, because this is what Cardi said, at the same time, you were willing to get on the internet and put out things about the Stefan case that were not actually smart. So I think it's funny that we're being smart with our divorce that's kind of already like presented itself to be problematic. You already have a restraining order. It's already obvious that Offset is not safe for you or the kids, right? But we're not going to be mad at Celina Powell for putting out the things that she put out about Stefan or about culture, saying that your kids haven't met him. You have a baby by a nigga that your kids have not met. Y'all think that's healthy? That's fine. I don't care. We'll just wait and see what all comes out when it, when the Stefan shit finally runs its course. We'll just see. This is what Cardi said about Celina Powell. So yeah, y'all can say it's not anti-black, but Celina Powell is helping her. Yeah, I am kind of starting to feel like, no, you can tell yourself that. You can come up with that as a reason. But your fans are anti-black. Your fans are anti-black. Even though they're black women, they have internalized the racism. They've internalized all of the things that people say about black women.
A lot of people been waiting for some type of response. Actually, no. It's the total opposite. I'm actually thankful for certain information. I've been expressing to
Right.
people behind the scenes that somebody is using different people as a mouthpiece to spread misinformation about me, about my relationship in various different platforms.
Okay, so are we insinuating that somebody is coming out on various different platforms and lying about her relationship? I'm not sure what the lies may be, but all I know is prior to your relationship with Stefan, he already had an assault case. He has a baby mama that's accusing him of abuse, and he has a chef now that's accusing him of abuse. So I'm not really sure who came out and lied about who came out and lied about Cardi B and Stefan's relationship, because I haven't really heard anything about their relationship except for the fact that we saw pictures of her during Christmas with her brand new baby. Stefan was not there, so everybody just assumed they weren't together for Christmas, right? And then she came out and defended the chef, and everybody was like, girl, then we kind of heard that y'all bought a house together. I'm not sure exactly what rumors she's talking about. Maybe they haven't made it to my desk, but I'll let her continue.
I've been getting harassed for a very long time. And when I express concerns, it's like, oh, here you go, here you go. A lot of crazy, weird things that has been happening behind the scenes. Just like sometimes like I even have like nightmares because when somebody is this obsessed with you and want to ruin you, you don't know what they want from you, not caring about them, not bothering them, and they still bothering you. It freaks a lot of people. It freaks you out. Like it's like, oh my God, this is kind of weird. Let's talk about my tour. Things.
Okay. So to me, it sounds like she's saying that there are crazy shit going on behind the scenes. Offset is scary. I could believe you. I could absolutely believe you. I feel like Stefan is scarier. I feel like Stefan is scarier, but it is your life. I personally don't like to see women go through unnecessary trauma and pain. I don't like children to be put through unnecessary trauma and pain. So that's why I speak on these things. But essentially, I hope you understand in the grand scheme of things, I don't give a fuck. Like in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to get off the internet and I'm going to go back to my relationship that doesn't humiliate me. So, who doesn't have any assault cases. So This is not bearing. It's not a projection or anything. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just coming to y'all and telling y'all what I feel about it, okay? Now, all of this has been an extreme turnoff for me because I've said before that I like Cardi. I've said it before. This is now a turnoff. This is an extreme turnoff, okay? Because I don't care what she says. You came up here soft talking that white lady. Soft talking, okay? And her fans are weirdos. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it, okay? Now, let's see. Where do we want to go next? Because it's just so much, girl, and it's interconnected, right? It's so much because it's interconnected. Give me a sec. Give me a beat. Let's go to Samira because Cardi B did have a back and forth with Samira where her fans attacked Samira. And now y'all are continuing to attack Samira on the internet. And just like with the anti-blackness, I believe it's because it's fat phobia, right? Like in your minds, you feel like it's not fat phobia. It's not anti-blackness. But I really don't like this person. And I don't know why I don't like this person so much. They do too much. They aggravate me. They always trying to make me think. I don't want to think, bitch. Yeah, that's how y'all are responding to Samira. So easy because, you know, bisexual studs that are in relationships with straight women that don't really want to fuck them are miserable. So they do injurious comedy, right? There's something called injurious comedy, meaning that the comedy is meant to injure other people, okay? And stay tuned, girl, because we're going to get into Martin right after this. But Samira posted this.
Big girl's gonna be mad tomorrow, watch. That's what I've been doing all day, child. I need y'all to go crazy. Black women are so sensitive, especially big black women in this day and age. Like whenever you make a joke, that joke is...
I love when somebody that is barely 35 tells us that y'all are so sensitive in this day and age. I would like for everybody that thinks that we're just so sensitive nowadays, no, we're aware. And you feel like your lack of sensitivity means you're strong, but it actually means you're ignorant. Let's think about what sensitivity means. It means that you can feel everything, right? Whatever's happening, it's happening. But whether you can feel it or not, that's the sensitivity, right? So if you're super, super sensitive, it means you can feel all of the things. It doesn't mean that the things aren't happening. It means you can feel all of them, right? Pain, discomfort informs you of something, whether it informs you of, so for instance, if I were to stick my skin, the pain is informing me that something is breaching my epidermis, right? And so if I didn't feel that something was breaching my epidermis, then I would be cut, I might get an infection, and I would not feel it, so I would not know. And then I might have to, cut off my whole fucking arm because I could not feel the pain and I didn't see it and I wasn't paying attention to it. I feel like when y'all say that people are sensitive, y'all are not understanding what you're basically telling us. You're telling us that you're too tough in order to see what's actually happening, and so you can't see what's actually harming you. That's all that means to me. Anytime y'all come online, oh, y'all too sensitive. No, you're ignorant of what's going on around you and you want to ignore it. And so you don't know when you're being harmed. You don't know when somebody's playing in your face because you don't have any sensitivity to anything. That's it. I'm gonna let her finish.
At the expense of somebody, you just gotta have the sense of humor to take it or not. My point was like, it's a character. I played a character in my last video.
You didn't play a character. You dressed up as an actual person.
One action but the big girls, because of the insecurity of a lot of big women being big, that's what they was like, well, shit. Because
the insecurity comes because people tell you that you're less than and you're less attractive and you're unhealthy. They make all of these presumptions about you because you're big. They feel like you're nasty. They feel like you're trifling. People make up and assume things about people based on their size. We all do this. You automatically assume if you see a fat person that they're lazy and they don't work out. Y'all assume this about Samira as if she doesn't have a social media that shows y'all all of the physical things that she does.
You made fun of big jokes, even though a lot of us don't even like the girl that you're coming for, because a lot of people said that too. It was like, oh, well, we don't rock with her, but the fact that you made fun of big girls, I'm like, what? That's how you know.
Yeah, it is like what? Because y'all were fine telling me how y'all don't like her, and why don't y'all like her? Y'all think she rage baits. No, she doesn't. I haven't seen anything that she's done that wasn't actual factual. And sometimes we're just not ready to deal with how somebody is calling something out, because it is exhausting once you realize that everything you've learned and been predisposed to is bullshit. Everything. And it's exhausting sometimes, but you don't get mad at the people that's telling you the truth. You get mad at the system that lied to you about everything. So every time you turn around, you finding out that something else is fucking harmful and fucked up. And now you don't want to carry the shame and the guilt that you might have added to that. So instead of listening to Samira, hearing what she has to say, and also, changing how you think about these things, you would rather see her as the bad guy because she's bringing it to your attention and forcing you to feel uncomfortable about how you may have played a part in fat phobia.
Like, we as black women don't always have to be, like, not all of us, but it's just like, y'all be ready to rally up about the wrong things. You know how the big
Y'all think everything is rage bait on the internet. I would like for you to tell me, Clone Queen, tell me the specific time you felt like she was rage baiting you. Because I also feel like, something has to be said about the people. And that's what a lot of my commentary really be about. Y'all don't be paying attention. But a lot of times it's about the people in the comments and how people respond to the celebrities, how people respond to the content creators. I would love to know what you felt like was rage bait. And I would also like for y'all to get control of y'all emotions so that you can't be rage baited by people. That's another thing. I would love to know what Samira did that was rage bait. Just give me the specific example. Because if we're talking about the parking meters, she wasn't wrong about the parking meters. If you're talking about her going to certain stores and saying, y'all say y'all got plus size, but y'all don't have as many options, I don't understand why she can't advocate for the fact that a lot of stores don't hold sizes. I'm a fucking medium. Do you know how aggravating it is now with the online shopping that when you go into a store and you need to try something on, they don't have it? You know how aggravating that is? So should we not advocate for things? Like, I think that's weird that y'all feel like she shouldn't be advocating. The plane seats do need to be bigger. I'm thin and I'm uncomfortable. The fuck? Or is she annoying because she says things that y'all don't want to deal with? I don't know. But yes, Easy ain't shit. Easy has been whack to me. Easy has been lame to me. I don't follow her. She makes me want to cringe. You know what I'm saying? I support Samira, okay? Not only as an advocate for, fat women, for big women, however y'all want me to say it, but also for New Orleans girls and for people that are doing the work, people that are impressive all on their own. You don't like what they have to say, but Samira is extremely impressive. Harvard graduated, vocally trained, like operatic vocal training, ex-football player in college. Samira is so extremely impressive that it's weird the shit that y'all say about her in the comments. I think the rage clothes stores is full of audacity, and we're uncomfortable on planes because someone else's flesh is crushing us. Yeah, I definitely feel like y'all need to make the seats bigger, and y'all do need to have clothes for bigger people because you live in a country that helps people be obese, that helps people be fat. The shit that's in the food, the fact that it's not healthy, high cortisol levels, high stress levels, all of these things. But outside of that, y'all are always catering to skinny, white, you know what I'm saying? Y'all cater to a certain demographic as if there aren't a whole bunch of other people here. And so when the other people are like, hey, we make up a large amount of the people that shop here, y'all need to also care about us. Y'all are like, shut the fuck up, just lose weight. And I want y'all to shut the fuck up and let her continue to advocate. I want y'all to shut the fuck up if y'all don't have anything to add that's going to be helpful. But if anything you say about Samira is, oh, I just want her to stop complaining, yeah, I want you to get off the internet and stop complaining about her. If you don't like her advocacy, block her. If you don't like what she's about, don't follow her. But she's not wrong. Okay? Easy's a lame ass bitch, and all of her friends are lame ass bitches. I've unfollowed all of them hoes. And y'all know I love me a lesbian, but I've unfollowed all of the I don't give a bisexual, stud, girl, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Sapphic women that eat coochie. Okay? And also, I'm tired of you used to be fat hoes getting on the internet talking shit like you didn't used to be fat. You don't like yourself. You lost weight and you still don't like yourself. You got in the gym, you took the Ozempic, and you still don't like yourself. And we can tell by the way you have a lack of empathy towards other people. Anytime y'all get up here and y'all have a lack of empathy, to me, it's just a huge telltale sign that you don't even like yourself, bitch. You don't have empathy for yourself. How you gonna have it for somebody else? Let's move on to Martin.
Did you ever?
Because I didn't need for Martin to do this. Like if people gonna stay quiet, I would wish that they just stay quiet instead of coming out saying dumb shit. But I didn't listen to this clip because I was waiting to listen to it with y'all. So let's listen.
Have that concern, or what do you make of that whole back and forth?
No, I never had that concern because I knew they were jokes. And, that's the way, Black people, that's the way we joke. We go hard. And, me and Teyana were just having a lot of fun, and we were just keeping it real. And I was just keeping it real. And so that's why we got a lot of laughs out of it.
So you were just keeping it real. And y'all were just having a lot of fun. I would like to find out, I want to know specifically what you thought you were saying to Teyana that was real. The BDBs, you look like a donkey, here goes the amazing Pam. She's a horse, a stallion, and we can all get on her back and ride her through the crowd. Okay. I would love to know what part of those jokes he felt like was real. I'm gonna let him continue.
So, she has a right to have her own opinion and everything, but there was no malice intent.
Did you ever?
And I will take that. There was no malice intent. First of all, I don't believe you. I don't believe that there was no malice intent because I think that you were an asshole and you were full of yourself back then and you were mean. I also think allegedly you were on cocaine. And whenever people are on cocaine, they're just really annoying. They're the worst, right? And listen, I could be wrong, but when you was running, in the tracksuit, the ooh-wee and all of that, I thought, that's what I thought. Okay, I could be wrong. Everything I say is alleged. I'm not even real, bitch. It's all AI. So let's talk about the dozens. Let's talk about the dozens for a second. The dozens refers to a ritualized verbal game, primarily in African-American culture, where participants exchange creative, often humorous insults about each other's family, especially mothers, to see who can deliver the most clever comeback, also known as joning, sounding, or snapping, or from New Orleans, ribbon. It's a form of verbal sparring that has deeply influenced American music, comedy, and rap battles, showcasing wit and resilience, okay? Because your ability to withstand people saying the most fucked up things about the person you are most sensitive about means you're strong, girl. You can take a lot of abuse. Let's see. The objective: to out-insult the opponent with creative, funny, and biting remarks, often focusing on family members, particularly the mother, without getting angry or giving up. Okay? So the idea is to be able to take all of this verbal abuse and not get upset about it, not get angry about it. It's a unique cultural phenomenon with origins in African folklore and traditions evolving through African American history. It's a foundational element in the development of hip hop culture, battle rap, comedy, and literature, providing a foundation for verbal dexterity and humorous conflict. Let's see, what else? Yes, okay. Let's see. I wanna origins. Okay. The term dozens has long been debated as its etymology, with urban legend abounding. The first academic treatment of the dozens was made in 1939 by Yale-based psychologist and social theorist Jean Doulard, who described the importance of the game amongst African American men and how it's generally played. So this was supposed to be something for men to be able to build their ability to take insults from people without having their feelings hurt. Okay? So this was supposed to be for men, but then y'all start doing it to women, and here we are, right? Okay, so Dollard originally wrote that he was unaware of how the term dozens developed, although he suggested a popular 12-part rhyme may have been the reason for its name. He only speculated on how the game itself grew to such prominence. Other authors following Dollard have added their theories. Author John Leland describes as etymology, writing that the term is a modern dialectical survival of an English verb to dozen, dating back to at least the 14th century, meaning to stun, stupefy, daze, or to make insensible, torpid, powerlessness. So basically, the dozens is built in abuse. But let me see. Anthropology, okay? Let's just do this one thing and then I'll move on. But you know, I like to take y'all there a little bit. Amuzi Chemezi, writing in the Journal of Black Studies in 1976, connects the dozens to a Nigerian game called, what is it? Coca, literally translated as making disparaging remarks. This form of the game is played by children and adolescents and takes place in the evening in the presence of parents and siblings. Commentary among the Ibu, y'all know Igbo, however you pronounce it, is more restrained. Remarks about family members are rare and are based more in fanciful imaginings than participants' actual traits. In contrast, during the game in Ghana, which is also commonly played in the evening, insults are frequently directed at family members. Amiri Baraka independently concluded that the dozens originated in Africa and states that they are a surviving adaptation of African songs or recrimination. Okay, let's see. What is the analysis? A variety of explanations have been offered by the popularity of the dozens. Its development is intertwined with the oppression of African Americans, okay, first slaves and later second-class citizens. John Dollard viewed the dozens as a manifestation of frustration aggression theory, a theory that he helped develop. He hypothesized that African Americans, as victims of racism, have been unable to respond in kind towards their oppressors and instead shifted their anger to friends and neighbors as displayed in the strings of insults. Folklorist Alan Duns asserted that an approach based on psychoanalytic theory and American oppression ignores the possibility that the dozens may be native to Africa. In addition to similar forms of verbal combat found in Nigeria and Ghana, where many African Americans have ancestral roots, Bantu and Kissy boys have been observed dueling verbally by attacking each other's mothers. The game is also viewed as a tool for preparing young African Americans to cope with verbal abuse without becoming enraged. The ability to remain composed during the dozens is considered a hallmark of virtue amongst African Americans. Nonetheless, many such contests do end in fights. Abraham states that when African Americans reach a certain age, between 16 and 26, the game loses much of its appeal, and attempts to enter into sparring contests often result in violence. John Leland writes that the loser of the dozens is the one who takes his opponent's words at face value, therefore ending his own performance in the back and forth exchange. So basically, what I'm getting from the dozens, which y'all all talk about as if it's something that was meant to, you know, help us as Black, like we're supposed to be coming together and having a good time, making fun of each other. Basically what the psychologists say is y'all can't punch white people, so you punch other Black people. And that we need to get y'all prepared to deal with how white people are going to talk to you. So we're going to talk to you fucked up in the household, and we're going to build your dexterity, right? Your ability to be immovable, meaning that a person can say any fucked up thing to you and it won't hurt your feelings. So you know what this leaves out? The humanity. Because we're building Black people to not be human, right? We're building machines. Machines don't have feelings. Machines can be told terrible things about themselves and feel nothing because they're not human. Y'all don't even realize how the very things that you play a part in are absolutely harmful to yourself and harmful to the people around you. And you know what's so funny is so many black men online right now that will argue and say that the dozens was helpful and that helped them build their confidence and all of that. But we know so many of these black men think they're ugly because of the very dozens that were played. And then when they become adults, they decide to nag and be terrible people in their relationships. And do you know why? It's because when they were children, they were told how ugly they were. See, y'all think that this sensitivity that we all have is a problem. No, I think y'all's lack of sensitivity is the problem. Like I said, if you can't feel when something hurts, you don't know when someone is harming you. And I think y'all fake and y'all front and y'all act like these things that were said don't hurt y'all feelings, but they did. Tashina Arnold, her whole ego is built off of the fact that this man can defile her and degrade her on a public platform, and her feelings are never hurt because she fights back. And so that means it's okay. Now, he's a grown man. The dozens are supposed to be played by children. But a comedian decides to do injurious comedy, right? Whether it was originally for a fat woman or a dark-skinned black woman, what have you. The impact and the intent are not the same. You may not have intended to be malicious. I don't believe that. But you may not have intended for it to have this effect, but it did. But it did. So, yeah. Are we okay out there? Is everybody still all right? Because I know y'all like to lose y'all shit whenever somebody says something too true. Right? I think that we had to build our strength up in order to deal with racism. We're not in that world anymore. Who the fuck are you talking to? Simple. We're not in that world anymore, babe. You can't just talk to me no any kind of way. You can't just say jokes to me and it's all going to be funny. No, bitch, if you hurt my feelings, I'm going to tell you hurt my feelings. And oh, I hurt you. Yeah, you hurt my feelings. I don't fuck with you no more. Period. That's it. That's all. Yeah, y'all want us to be okay with abuse so that, and you can frame it however you want to frame it. But y'all just want everybody to shut up and take abuse and not complain about it and not talk about it and not change anything. That's not happening over here. So, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. I want to move on to Jill Scott. Okay? Because Jill Scott got an album coming out. And y'all, I love me some Jill Scott when it comes to the music. She did an interview with Angie Martinez and she said some things, right? Let's see. This was the first clip. Hold up.
Oh gosh.
I happen to love the drama between Blueface and Krishan Rock. I love it. I think that that's a pimp, and I think that she got caught up with a pimp.
But she has an interesting side too.
Listen,
she got a little Sheila in her. She'll say some shit that be so real,
and she can fight.
And she fights.
Yep.
And so that's probably what keeps you in.
It's a guilty pleasure. I just find it fascinating. But I am such. I am that way. Like, I like the study of people I don't know. I don't know anybody like this, and I don't know anybody like her either.
Okay. I don't know anybody like this, and I don't know anybody like her. I love Jill, but Jill often comes on the internet, and I will never forget her coming on the internet to defend Chris Brown, and it was just like, oh, girl, why? He's an amazing artist. He's an amazing musician. He's also an abusive asshole. Can we find somebody else to pedestalize? Like, what the fuck? That's just my opinion on that. But then when we come here, and it made me upset that she did this. And then it had my mind moving, right? Because I'm like, why are you acting like this is something that's like a guilty pleasure for you to watch when really it's extremely problematic? And it because somebody who's up here, right? Your mentality, how you live your life is up here. You would never be down here doing what these degenerates are doing, but you find it entertaining. Why do you find it entertaining? It's almost as if you don't see the severity of the situation. And I believe it's because there's a level of elitism involved in this. And so I ended up watching this and then I Googled something. And I'm going to read it to y'all. I'm gonna read to y'all what I had Google. Girl, I took screenshots, okay? Because, you know, my mind went somewhere with this. Hold up. Okay. I wanted to know if there was a connection between elitism, classism, and finding humor in degeneracy. Okay? And this is what the Google told me, girl. Yes, there is a connection. Sociological and psychological research links elitism and classism to finding humor in the perceived shortcomings or degeneracy of lower status groups. This phenomenon is primarily explained by the superiority theory of humor and research on disparagement humor and system justification. I actually read part of a study last night. That's where I got that injurious humor shit from. Yeah, y'all gonna stop playing on my top like I'm slow or some shit just because y'all don't want to admit that people aren't just joking. They playing in your fucking face. Okay. This long-standing theory discussed by philosophers like Thomas Hobbes suggests that humor often results from a sudden glory or feeling of superiority over others. When individuals with an elitist mindset laugh at poor or marginalized people, it serves to reinforce their own perceived higher status and social standing by making the target seem inferior or inadequate, right? Reinforcing social hierarchies. Disparagement humor, which targets social groups for amusement, can be used to assert dominance and maintain existing power structures. Kind of like Martin making fun of everybody on the show and then treating everybody like shit. Asserting dominance, maintaining existing power structures. For people high in prejudice or those with elitist classist outlook, jokes at the expense of disadvantaged groups can create a normative climate that tolerates or even encourages discrimination and social injustice. Because I don't think anything that's going on with Blueface and Krishan is entertaining or funny, and I haven't. Because I think it's harmful. Right? I think it's harmful. The reason why people like Jill Scott find entertainment in it and don't necessarily see the harm in it is because they feel they're so above it that to watch the degenerates fight amongst themselves, it's like, you know, being in a coliseum with gladiators fighting, and you're sitting up there on your pedestal in your queendom and watching the lesser people fight until the blood, and it's all entertaining, and it doesn't matter that these people are actual people and that this is harmful because you're entertained by it. Some individuals have psychological need to justify the existing social system and their place within it. Research has found that people who are more prone to justifying the status quo tend to find jokes targeting low status groups funnier than those who challenge the status quo. So y'all that think all of this fucked up shit is funny, y'all think it's funny because y'all want to keep this shit going. Y'all want to keep this harmful shit going. Okay? Let's see. This type of humor helps to rationalize the unequal distribution of power and resources by implicitly suggesting the disadvantaged groups are deserving of their fate due to their own personal failings. And this is what y'all do on a large scale, right? If you don't have money, it's your fault, not the system. Not the system that's put in place to exploit the piss out of you and not pay you and all of that. It's your fault, girl. It's your fault that you're in this situation. Not the system that helped you get here. No, it's you. It's all just you, girl. Okay, cavalier humor beliefs. People who hold a general predisposition to view humor as harmless, even when it disparages others, are often less sensitive to disrespectful discourse and show broader negativity toward outgroups. Which would explain why those of y'all that, you know, that like Krishan and all of that, those people are homophobic, transphobic, and they think that every fucked up fat phobic joke is funny. All right? It is because they are often less sensitive to disrespectful discourse and show broader negativity towards outgroups. This belief trivializes the harm caused by punching down and allows the toxicity to persist under the guise of just a joke. Ooh, girl. Humor can sometimes be a mechanism for dehumanization. Y'all were really mad when I said Martin dehumanized Tashina Arnold on Martin. Y'all were very upset when I said that. Humor can sometimes be a mechanism for dehumanization, making it easier for privileged individuals to distance themselves from the struggles of others and view them as caricatures rather than people with valid experiences. This emotional detachment facilitates the toxic amusement at their expense. In summary, the connection is rooted in the use of humor as a social tool to establish superiority, reinforce class distinctions, and psychologically justify existing social inadequacies. So when Jill Scott gets on the internet to tell us that she thinks that this shit is funny, but then also says, I don't know anybody like this is what she's doing. Oh, look at y'all. It's okay that y'all abuse each other. It's okay that all this fucked up shit happens because y'all are down there. There's no hope for y'all anywhere. Anyway, that's the idea. Okay? Now, I love me some Jilly from Philly, but she tends to be problematic in one way or another. Let me refresh my screen because I want to find the clip. Hold up. I wanted to find the clip of her talking about Tyler Perry. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, let's see. Is this the clip about Tyler Perry?
One of the reasons that I'll cut somebody out is if they like.
Not that one.
So the plan is, well, it was and still is, that you work hard in your 20s.
That's not.
If you're telling the Jill Scott story, how she's this growling.
Not this one. Where is it at?
That's what you need from your man.
That's what I need. Walk
if your
on
man
it.
is fair.
Oh, child, let me look it up. Because I ain't about to keep going through all these clips. Because I thought it was in one of these clips that she's posted already. Jill Scott, Tyler Perry. Okay.
I didn't like how much people.
Why y'all always gotta play music over shit?
Surviving Tyler.
Y'all make me so mad. Oh my God. Y'all make me so fucking mad when y'all do this shit.
I said I am a dominant submissive, so I'm a lot of things.
Oh my God. Why can't I get to this clip?
Bullets don't have names.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't get to this clip without music being on it, as if I had not seen this clip a million times on the internet. Let me see. Y'all work on my nerves, social media. Oh my God. Let me see.
I didn't like how much people will make fun of her.
No.
Okay, hold up.
Extras. Make fun of me when I got on the plane.
I really like, because I know the music is gonna hem me up, y'all. That's why I'm trying to break it up.
What? They were just going back and forth making jokes about Sheila's weight. And obviously, you know, I had on a whole fat suit and it was cumbersome. You know, so the walk was genuine and the sitting down was genuine and all the things. And then I practiced in it quite a bit so that it felt genuine to the character. But the folks on the flight really went in on fat jokes. And it sucked.
Did you know
really
they were going
hurt.
to do
No,
this?
I did not.
That's like abusive
I did
a little
not.
bit. Like
I felt like it
Abusive a little bit. A little bit. A lot of bit.
was. Sorry, Tyler. I hated that shit. But I sincerely hated it. They were just going at
Does
me.
he know that? Did you after you said
Yeah.
I think I told him once or twice.
When she said, I think I told him once or twice, she cursed that nigga out at some point. Please believe it.
You know, that I remember that, you know. And that's when I decided, too, that I come as a woman who comes from a family of Amazons. My mother is 6'1". You know, I'm the runt of my family, okay? Everybody is tall. I decided that I am not fat, but I have some.
Okay? I'm not fat. I have some fat. I'm cool with that. Okay? And you know, you have to alchemize all the things that happen in your life, but we're not going to act like what Tyler Perry did in that instance was not fat phobia and was not abusive. And so with that, I can't wait to hear what, Jill's new album is going to be, because that, so much pressure. I love that. I love that. Okay. But yeah, what I got from Jill Scott in these clips, in one instance, you pedestalize yourself. And so very serious child abuse shit is not being taken seriously because you think it's entertaining. But then also reminding us how Tyler Perry is abusive to not only the people who are watching him, who's watching his content, but also to the actors and the actresses on his set, as we've repeatedly said about him, and everybody wants to come to his defense. Now, before we move on to Teyana Taylor, because that's another situation that I want to get into when we talk about directors and we talk about what's happening behind the scenes in the production of these films, right? And how the people in power are abusing other people by way of these productions, by way of what they're doing in the content and what they're doing on set. Okay? Now, Krishan, because I don't want to move away from Krishan just so fast. Let's go to Krishan right quick, because this went viral about Krishan, and this is the reason why I don't like. For instance, I just saw a post where she was singing. Yeah, she was singing some Christian shit, and she got her son sitting on her lap. And y'all were like, y'all have to give her grace. And I just want to tell y'all, I can't stand Krishan Rock. Like, I think she's an evil, terrible human being. And I don't care what y'all are talking about. I don't care how many times she shows up at a church. I don't care how many times y'all see her working out in the gym and y'all think that means she doing something with her life. I think she is a terrible human being. Krishan gives an update on her son, Junior, and says he's sick from flu shots. This was on the 11th.
It's tomorrow morning. So, and I'm be honest, I think I don't really like those flu shots, because since my son got a flu shot, he gets sick. Is that just me? Or they inject the virus in the baby? I take your socks off. So yeah, I don't like the flu shots.
She's literally trying. Y'all still bashing this woman. Like, damn. I don't see how you feel like she's trying. With everything we know that is going on with this baby, I don't believe she's taking this baby to checkups and to the hospital. I think you took that baby to fucking Walgreens to give that baby a flu shot, maybe.
I requested tonight. I love the Lord. Okay. You up now? Yeah, I'd rather you just be up than like. Look, I got him this little look. Baby literally sent from heaven, bro. He loves mental Bibles and he loves gospel music to be calmed down. What else you want? Yeah, all right, this is what we're gonna do. You know how babies just be quiet when the cars start moving? Baby, I'm moving. I'm leaving now. Mama going now. We going now.
So this is not the only one, because there's a clip. Where's the clip of the baby in the back seat, and it sounds like the baby can't fucking breathe?
Let
me see. Oh, that's another thing, y'all. She's living out of her car because CPS would probably come and take that baby from her if she were to have an address. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to find the one.
Sorry, I had a sinus infection, which created this big old problem for my asthma. My lungs inflamed. I could barely walk to the bathroom. I just need treatment for my lungs, so that's why I'm here taking albuterol. I had to stay overnight.
Mind you, she'll take herself to the fucking hospital. We have yet to see her in a hospital or at some doctor's appointment with this fucking baby. Everything else is on social media, though. Hold up. I'm about to find this clip, y'all, because it really pissed me off. Was this it?
It's crazy, because as soon as he take this, he coughs up a lot of phlegm. Look, he don't even want it. He know what this is. Let me mute it before y'all try to play with me, because he going to be coughing because the medicine. Oh, okay. That should get rid of his cough. See, he just coughed it all up. Good boy. Good boy. See, this medicine, it clears his like thing. Like he's still coughing it up. Like a big boy though.
It definitely seems like she got her baby sick. She went to the hospital, did not take the baby to the hospital.
Oh, like you got a mucus suction? Yes, I do.
You didn't even let me take you out to dinner. Hold on.
And there she is, smiling from ear to ear because some nigga wants to take her to dinner while she's living in her car with her sick baby. Because nothing's more important than a validation of a random nigga.
It's crazy because soon as...
So yeah, but it's all entertaining. To me, Krishan is abusing this child. A lot of people are saying that she's not taking care of the baby because she wants the baby to accidentally pass away. And I'm not going to lie, there's a part of me that believes that. That way she can, martyr herself. It'll be, oh, my baby, and she'll be able to get all of that sympathy from y'all for that because she loves to get y'all sympathy. That's why she get on the internet crying all the fucking time, right? To me, the way she abuses this child, the way she abuses other people, yeah, I don't like Krishan. I don't like Krishan. I don't like people like her, okay? So I don't find anything humorous or entertaining about her or Blueface. Blueface and Jada, Stewie are over there abusing her kids. That's why y'all mad at the little girl, Pink Face, as they call her. Y'all on the internet mad at a motherfucking toddler because she's cursing her daddy out. She should be cursing his ass out. She should be cursing his ass out. Where is that? Hold up. Didn't she tell him to get the fuck out or shut the fuck up? The baby told him something smart that I think he deserved to be told. But I believe, because I feel like abusive men that abuse the children and the mothers, y'all rely on children to be too scared to speak up. That's what y'all rely on. But in this day and age, child, these children are not scared. So these children are going to say, I'm calling the police on you, daddy. Get the fuck out my face, daddy. Because that's what they heard they mammy say. That's what they heard they mama say about they daddy. Okay? So for me, I don't know why everybody is online mad at the daughter. Y'all should be mad at the parents. Y'all should be mad at them for posting their child on social media the way they do. That's what y'all should be mad at. But y'all in the comments mad at a fucking toddler.
And I'm Pink Face.
Oh, look, Cardi B. We love Pink Face. Child, degenerates of a feather flock together. Let me see.
It's not funny.
Okay.
Look what you did now. You're not going to do. Whoop your ass.
What?
Yeah,
Snap, right?
I fucking hate you.
I fucking hate you. You think she didn't get that from her mama? You think she don't hear them say that to each other?
I need to your journey pie like that.
Hey. You're getting on my nerves. Get out of here.
Lie down.
No, I don't like you.
No, I don't like you. Let me see. Was there anything else?
You see how women are? This is a perfect example. No.
Just go away.
No.
Just go away. I don't like you. Why are you
Just
iffing
get
at her?
out.
Why are you iffing at her?
Yeah. You see how
And they all in the comments talking about how terrible of a child she is. Like it's not like she's not being raised. Like she's not a toddler.
Like that.
I'm Blueface.
I'm Pink Face.
Hey. And what's your name?
Her name is Javon.
Okay, yeah, that's just Javon.
And y'all also think that just because he's recording her and he's with her, that means he's a good parent, right? Because at least he's with her. At least he's there. That's how y'all think. Let me see.
I'm Blueface.
Was this it?
And I'm Pink Face. It's not funny. I'm Pink Face.
Okay.
It's not funny. You know why? Because she can tell that he's laughing at her, not with her. And she don't like the fact that he's laughing at her. I was trying to see if there was that other clip. But everybody, the way I see the comments talking about the little girl, like it's her fault. that her parents are degenerates that are raising her in a toxic environment. Like, it's crazy to me the way I see y'all blaming a little girl. We tired of seeing her. Da 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 da. She is a little girl, you weird assholes. She is a baby, you weird assholes. And they are traumatizing her, and she's cursing y'all out because she's responding to what she's growing up in. Let me see what my girl had to say. It's from 4 days ago. Hold up. One of the content creators I like.
I'm pink face. That's my new stem, y'all. I can't stop saying it. And I'm pink face. That little baby is so damn cute. I didn't even know she could talk now. Blueface done went to jail for 30 minutes and this little kid can talk now. Her little voice is so freaking cute. They need to put her in voice. Can she read? Put her in voiceover acting immediately. She sounds like every little Disney character out there. She's so and I'm pink face. What a cutie patootie.
She is cute. This is not a good idea. Please don't give them any more ideas on how to exploit this child. Please don't. Because all I could think of is she's so cute. Yeah, y'all gonna get her into acting and then somebody gonna assault the baby because you already have degenerates who don't pay attention for parents. And then y'all gonna get her involved in the entertainment industry where people love to assault and rape kids. Yeah. I don't have high hopes for anybody in any of these situations. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you I'm praying for everybody involved. Let's move along. Okay? But yeah, no, I don't think anything's funny about it. I'm worried for those children. Yeah, hold up. This was the one right here that I saved. I think we talked about this and I said good for her. And you know, some of the comments are funny and all of that, but you know, are thinking that this is funny. But a lot of the comments are blaming her as a little girl. And it's like, oh, when we starting not to, that little girl needs discipline. Nothing is cute about this. Then allowing her to slap you and you didn't correct it, you're part of the problem as well. What do you mean a part of the problem? They are the problem. Do you think the little girl is just pulling all of this shit out of nowhere? I really do be feeling like y'all don't understand how children develop sometimes. Like y'all don't understand children learn things. Like they're a blank slate. They're learning things. They're learning things, girl. Okay? All right, let's move on. Where am I going to next? I don't know if we talked about this. Did we talk about Clarissa and Rihanna and all of this? Let's talk about that. So, another, girl, listen, I do understand when you really love someone and they're your person, you know them, they know you, okay? But in the current state of events, when y'all get online and say shit that we're like, this is one of those moments for me. I felt like Rihanna was trying to throw Clarissa a bone. Y'all really do, anti-black, right? Y'all bully certain people on the internet. Y'all do too much. Even videos that aren't meant for y'all to be criticizing, y'all criticize, okay? So people dogpile on Clarissa. It's true. Clarissa is still problematic. Clarissa is still a very violent pick-me. However, Papoose is an old-ass man that is pimping her. Do y'all see a theme? These niggas are pimping you. When you're a pick-me, you let them pimp you. That's what y'all do. So Papoose, to me, is pimping Clarissa. And now people are wondering if Remy and Papoose are in cahoots to run Clarissa's very young, very immature pockets. Okay? Right? I know Clarissa's 30, but as y'all have learned, adults don't adult the way they used to. To me, nowadays, a 30-year-old might have the same mentality of a fucking 20-year-old in this day and age, okay? Age is very much just a number. Because her being 30 doesn't mean that she's caught up. Because Rihanna is my age. Me and Rihanna are the same age. So Rihanna should be making 38 in February, okay? I make 38 in May, all right? Rihanna got on the internet and said Clarissa Shields type gone about him. Now, mind you, A$AP Rocky is your baby daddy. Y'all have 3 children together. This man has not been anywhere with anybody. He's not married to anybody else. And he might be pimping you, but we don't know, right? We don't have any information to say that he's pimping you, right? But we do know you're Fenty. So you're the billionaire. So, But girl, that's y'all business. We happy for y'all. If y'all like it, we love it. It ain't no big deal. But when you get up online to help Clarissa and say that you're Clarissa type about ASAP Rocky, I feel like, yes, this may help Clarissa feel better about herself, but it also emboldens her and validates her, seeing her and Papoose as this couple that they really are not. You and ASAP Rocky might really be that couple. Her and this nigga are not. So when you do that, it's kind of helping the slow girl think that she should keep allowing this man to manipulate her, because Rihanna said this the type of love that her and that fine ass man got. So me and this ugly nigga, we must have the same thing, right? So I automatically was like, Rihanna was just trying to help, but yikes. Because this made me look at her like, Rihanna, you could have just said, I like Clarissa. I wish y'all stop dogpiling on my girl. I would have loved that, instead of you coming out to exemplify the relationship when the relationship is a part of the fucking problem. Okay? Right. So Papoose actually, what did Papoose write, y'all? Because I read it on social media, but I want to read it to y'all. Damn, where is it at? All right, here it is. Papoose shows love to Clarissa Shields after Rihanna shout out. Before this, we were all saying that the way he acts about her is like he like her, but really not so much. Like somebody that is using and pimping a woman and don't really fuck with her like that, but wants her to believe that he fucks with her like that so that he can continue to milk her for whatever he can get from her, right? So when he doesn't really pop shit about her the way she pop shit about him. And as a rule of thumb for all of the women out there, do not, if you care about yourself, do not do more for a man than he's doing for you. But don't do it publicly at all. Whatever you do in your private life, girl, we can't even have a conversation about that, because I don't know what you're doing in your private life, girl. But promise me, all of the people out there, do not get your fucking ass on the internet to my man all the time like this. Don't do it. Special occasions, Valentine's Day, birthdays, moments that y'all just really had a good moment. I love y'all. I love. Okay? I do. I really, really do. But I like love that is not framed in a way that imprisons people. And y'all frame love in a way that imprisons people sometimes. I don't like that shit, right? This whole black love moniker has imprisoned Papoose, because now he started to build his confidence off of black love. And that is why he is promoting this relationship with Clarissa in such a way, while simultaneously not really showing her the same amount of love that I feel like she's showing him, because nobody should be doing this amount of dick sucking online. Like, save that shit for in private. Y'all do way too much dick sucking online, okay? Proverbially, okay? This is what Papoose said about Clarissa. Clarissa has a big heart, always wearing a big smile. Most think she's so rugged because she's a fighter. But the way she takes care of her body is on another level. Zoom in. Why do you want us to zoom in? I would feel like, don't worry about her. I feel like she could be rugged. She could have big hands. She could have big feet. That's my bitch. Don't worry about it. You worry about what you got going on. I love everything about her. I love her from the bad weave to the bottom of her big ass feet. That's what I would want to hear from a nigga if he was going to come up and say anything. Okay? Not you saying, zoom in. She has small hands, small feet, and some unbelievably smooth ass skin. Who are you trying to sell her to, Papoose? Who are you trying to sell her to? Because this feels like an advertisement. Very beautiful black woman. When the way you love can inspire others, that says a lot. That right there, that's all he wants from this. When the way you love can inspire others. Black love. Black love, that's all Papoose wants out of this. Rihanna, Robin, has helped him prolong his exploitation of this young woman. Maybe she didn't intend, but this is the impact. Okay? That says a lot. Clarissa Shields is a GWOAT. Peace to Rihanna and Rocky. Wow. Family life looks great on them. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Like, get out of here with this bullshit. It's bullshit to me, y'all. It's just bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Okay? Just straight up bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Okay? That's my opinion. Small hands, small feet. He literally didn't know what the fuck to say. Small hands, small feet. He wants us to zoom in on her. He wants us to zoom in on her. And look, that let me see. Hold up. Is that the same phone? Do we have the same phone? We might have the same phone. I don't know if her phone bigger than mine. Yeah, her hands don't look that big. Her hands don't look that big. Let's see. Should we zoom out and zoom in on her feet? I can't see her feet. Why do you want us to see her as anything? Like, it's just weird to me. Why do you want us to zoom in on her? Why do you want us to be hypercritical of her and then just come to this conclusion that she's more feminine than we thought? She doesn't have to have small hands and small feet in order to be feminine. She doesn't. She's a woman. She doesn't have to prove that to anybody. And you don't need to prove that to us either. I don't like the way he talked about her. I don't like the way he talked about her. I would have much preferred, she's a beautiful woman. I love her. She's amazing. Okay. I'm getting a divorce. Don't y'all worry. Anything like that. To me, this is a man that is trying to prolong the exploitation of this young woman, and Robin just helped him do that. Okay? Let's move. Because what the fuck is going on over there, Robin? Clarissa Shield says it's a motherfucking lie. After podcaster claims most black women look like her without makeup, says not every girl looks this good barefaced. I'm going to leave you alone because I don't know why you feel like you need to shit on other women when people are saying, like, how y'all going to talk bad about Clarissa when most of y'all look like her? And you're like, no, them hoes don't look like me. They ugly. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Let's move on to Teyana Taylor, shall we? Now, I'm going to preface this because I need for y'all to understand something. I'm proud of what Teyana Taylor has been able to accomplish for herself because I think she's a hard worker. But I do not feel like she should have won this award over Wunmi Mosaku. Wunmi Mosaku played Annie in Sinners. This was very much reminiscent of Halle Berry to me winning the Oscar for Monsters Ball. I didn't know I would feel like that until I saw her speech. Where's the speech? Damn, I wanted to. Here it go.
Oh my God, wait, see my party in the back.
Why? And, I'm okay with y'all feeling like I'm an asshole for anything I'm about to say. I'm fine with that. I'm really not trying to come from a fucked up place. I'm really not trying to sully this moment for Teyana Taylor. Because, again, happy for Teyana. It's a great accomplishment. It's a great feat, girl. We're proud of you. But we live in a system that will use your hard work against the rest of us. So I have to call it how I see it. Okay? Teyana, why did you have to turn around to show us the crack of your ass? Now, y'all know I'm biased in this situation because I don't like these outfits. We talked about it with Kim Kardashian on All's Fair. She had like a suit on, and when she turned around, the bottom, like the crack of her ass was sticking out. And y'all know I'm pro sex work. I'm pro whore. I'm pro you doing whatever you want to do with your body. So it's not coming from a place of trying to police her, because please, by all means, do whatever you want to do. I wouldn't have said anything about the dress had she not turned around at this exact moment to show them her ass. The reason why I say that is because at some point you were going to turn around and walk off of the stage and we were going to see it. So why did you feel the need to turn around at the very beginning of your speech to remind everybody, my ass is back here? I'm going to let her finish.
Oh my God, I almost didn't even write a speech because I didn't think I would get this. Oh, my babies. My babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now.
I do believe that she's being her genuine self. I do believe that. You see how we see her ass right there? We're already seeing it. You didn't have to point it out to us.
Oh my God. First, Father God, in the name of Jesus, I thank you and I praise you for every part of this faith walk, every lesson, every test, and every blessing. Thank you to the Golden Globe voters for seeing me and reminding me that purpose always finds this moment. To my mommy and my daddy, it's up for y'all anytime. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here with me tonight. To my tribe, oh my God, my grounding force, my joy, my daily reminder that love is an action, not just a word. And everything I do is rooted in that truth. To Paul, let him cook, Thomas Anderson. Thank you for your vision, your trust, and your brilliance. My gratitude is endless. I love you. We love you. And thank you so much for holding space for me and our entire cast. Leo, Sean, Benicio, Chase, Regina, everybody, the crew, every single person who has touched this project. None of this is taken lightly and none of this is taken for granted. Oh my God, this shit is heavy. Pam, Mike, Warner Brothers, Sarah, Cassandra, Natina, Lee, WME. This whole journey would not exist without you and your support. I love you and I thank you so much. And last but most importantly, to my brown sisters and little brown girls watching tonight, our softness is not a liability. Our depth is not too much. Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong in every room we walk into. Our voices matter and our dreams deserve space. Thank you so much, everybody.
Okay. Hold up. We're happy for her. It reminded me of Halle Berry because this is how it looks to me. White director executives have a fetish about humiliating Black women through sex, right? They want to create a movie where they can get their rocks off. They can satiate this humiliation kink that they have with Black women. They have a kink where they like to humiliate Black women on a large scale, right? But then also set it up so that the Black woman is begging for the opportunity to be exploited, first of all. After she finished begging for the opportunity to be exploited, you exploit her, y'all give her an award, and she gets up there and she basically praises and cries because y'all gave her this opportunity. And it comes off like a lot of abandoning one's inner integrity. I'm just saying, it's how it comes off to me. Teyana is somebody that is just trying to make her way, trying to prove herself, trying to work hard, trying to accomplish great feats for herself and for her family. Absolutely. And in that, we do things, we take roles, and we're just hoping for our own advancement. I don't have a problem with that. I watched the movie merely to support her. The movie was terrible to me. In my opinion, the portion that she was in, they depicted her as a young, hostile, revolutionary type figure, more of a like Robin Hood type of personality that blurs the lines. Yes, they're fighting on behalf of their people and for Black people and all of that, but also extremely hostile, violent, and problematic. Meaning that we're going to rob a bank, we're going to talk too long, we're going to be a little bit too violent, we're going to do things that aren't integral, that aren't on the up and up during the process of us being revolutionaries. So her character is a young Black woman that's already in a relationship with an older white man who is in charge of this group of revolutionaries, Leonardo DiCaprio. They have their sights on a military officer, and the new regime is racist. So you can't have no dealings with anybody Black. It's all white everywhere, right? This general, this Sean Penn character, likes Black women, but he wants to work for these people. So he's extremely conflicted. You know, he's sexually turned on by Black women, but wants to work for the pro-white establishment. She encounters him They have like this tumultuous thing. It almost seems like she enjoys the fact that he's turned on by her, right? Because that's another thing in our society is that no matter how terrible a man treats us, as long as he wants to fuck us, that makes us feel good about ourselves or something. No, we have to unlearn that. A man wanting to fuck you doesn't mean anything good. Stop allowing, because that's the same thing with Celina Powell. Celina Powell allowed all that shit to happen because in her mind, if they want to fuck her, that means that she is good. That means that she's valuable because they want to fuck her. Not recognizing that, no, they want to use you. That doesn't mean that they value you because they want to fuck you. Either way, she ends up having like this bathroom scene where they didn't even have sex, but he wants to fuck her and she is kind of using her sexual power to make him weak. And they end up having a meeting where I guess they have sex and then she gets pregnant. Now, to the viewer, why would you go and fuck this man? Why didn't you kill him or something? No, you go and fuck him. You go and have unprotected sex with him. You already going with this older white man, Leonardo DiCaprio. That's supposed to be your man. But you get pregnant for the white man that hates black people but likes to fuck black women, right? Because that's supposed to mean that he's not racist. Child, please. She ends up getting pregnant. I don't know how he found out that the baby was his, but he comes looking for the child. She abandoned the child because she never wanted to be a mother, and they convinced her to keep the baby, I guess, instead of just getting rid of it. So now we have multiple reasons to look at her character like you're a degenerate piece of shit and not look at her like a young woman in survival mode that's being taken advantage of by older white men. But because she's hostile and holding a gun, y'all think she knows better and that they're on equal footing when they're not. She abandons the baby. Leonardo DiCaprio, bum ass, raises the baby. Sean Penn comes to kill the baby, right? And then we have Regina Hall. That's like, you know, a quiet, strong character this entire time, ends up going to jail. They should have had way more done with that character. It fell short. The movie fell short. It just felt like some weird white man's fantasy of satiating his humiliation kink with black women. It exploited so many different stereotypes and ignorant things. In one breath, it's like, oh, we're trying to talk about the way racism works and how crazy it is, right? But then at the same time, we're still making this black woman look like she's the problem in the film and that there's a, you know, a white man or a biracial girl that's going to come and make it all better. But the black woman is still the one that abandoned the child and let that weird ass nigga shoot up her club. The first 30 minutes that she's in is extremely uncomfortable. And then after that, I got bored. So the first half was like, yuck. And then the next half was like, well, now I'm bored. So the movie wasn't that good to me. Regina Hall was the thing that had the most, what's it called? The most, I hate when I space on words that we know I know. But y'all know whenever you think somebody can do something and you don't know if they can really do it. Y'all know y'all always getting with men because they have a what's it called, y'all? Help me. Send the word, okay? Send the word over there. But yeah, the director is married to Maya Rudolph. Maya Rudolph is a biracial woman whose mother is Minnie Riperton. No, y'all, not nuance, not depth. What's it called when you get with a man because you think he can do something and he can't really do it? I hate when my mind does this. Potential. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's because I be up here and it's all of these words all over the place, y'all. My mind can never like pinpoint. But if I wasn't up here, I would have been able to pull that word out very easily. Don't judge me. Potential. Regina Hall's character had the most potential in the film, and I feel like they didn't even capitalize it on the way in the way that they should have. It was like racist regime, crazy black girl abandons baby, crazy white people being racist. Oh yeah, and Sean Penn's character doing all of this so that he can get the validation of those racist white men, and they still ended up, you know, shooting him in the face or something like that. Okay, so the role within itself the visual of her doing that role, which was like sexually degrading and humiliating on some level, right? She does that role. She gets the award, Halle Berry Monsters Ball, because Halle Berry had a similar thing with Billy Bob Thornton in Monsters Ball, where, you know, Diddy, her husband is going to jail. He's on death row. Her son, I believe, got killed or something like that. So she's all distraught and, you know, life is beating her down. And here come a white man offering dick. So now we have a softcore porn scene of Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton. And that is enough. Now the black woman has humiliated herself enough for these white people to give her an award for this humiliating role that she took. And then she gets on stage and she cries about it. And do you know what happened to Halle Berry after that? She had roles. Yeah, she made money, but it was not the same after. It did not work for her. It did not help her. Getting huge awards don't help black women. I don't know why, but it didn't help Hattie McDaniels. It did not help Monique. It didn't help Halle Berry. It may help Teyana Taylor to win this Golden Globe. If for anything, it's a fuck you to Iman and everything she went through, and or a fuck you to Kanye and everybody else that were using her and stopping her from growing the way that she has, right? Now she's white famous. This now catapults, you know, her into being white famous. But it very much reminded me of what happened with Halle Berry. And I don't blame Teyana for this. I blame the system in which we are in. I blame the system in which we are in that puts black people in this position to where the only way that they can get the recognition that they actually do deserve is by degrading or humiliating themselves for it. Okay? Teyana responds, R&B Radar said Teyana Taylor wins Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress for her role in One Battle After Another. And Dale Hooks said, so in college, I wrote a paper on black people winning awards in film for roles that almost exclusively are stereotypes. Evergreen. This reminds me of how my mom felt back in the day when Holly won for Monsters Ball and Denzel won for Training Day. This is all conversations we was having before I even saw it online. And I didn't even want to, I haven't made a short about it on TikTok or Instagram. I'm tired of arguing with stupid people, but I didn't want to sully this moment for Teyana. Now everybody's talking about it. I'm going to get up here and talk about it. But I didn't even want to make a video about it because I didn't want to take away from the joy that she accomplished this. But Wunmi to me was supposed to win. And the fact that Wunmi did not win for Sinners, that's another part of this that made me feel like it's not you, Teyana. It's the system that we're in that made it so that the black woman that played that fantastic role in Sinners in a much better movie, Sinners was a much better movie than One After Another. First of all, One Battle After Another. Sinners was a better movie. Yes, you don't have to be in the role for the entire movie in order for you to win an award. But Wunmi spent way more time in the movie, had way more dialogue. And at the end, from beginning to end, Wunmi was representing, like, pushing against stereotypes that plus size women are not sexy, right? Pushing against this, heteronormative Christian white Jesus shit, because that last shot of Wunmi holding that baby dressed in white, that was supposed to help y'all see who really sacrifices their life for you. And it's not no white man or a Middle Eastern man. It's usually a woman or your mama or women in general sacrificing themselves and their bodies for this society to be upheld. Which is why being a pick-me is so problematic, because you don't realize how you're engaging in your own degradation. You're engaging in your own harm. And it's not your fault, but you are helping. You are helping. You are helping the harm. Okay? I don't think it's stereotypical for the black radical woman to be horny for fascist, a bad mom, or to rat out her teammates. This is stereotypical of a degenerate. It is very much degenerate for a black woman to fuck a man even if she knows that he hates her. because she's so hot in the puss that it doesn't matter that he's a fascist. It's absolutely a stereotype for y'all to say that black women are bad moms, single mothers. So the fact that the role that had all of this beauty and integrity in it, Wumi playing Annie on Sinners, right? That was her name, right, Annie? That role kept her integrity intact. She can't get the award for that. Nah, we got to give it to the woman that did something that made us feel uncomfortable in the first 20, 30 minutes of the fucking movie. We got to give the award to her. We cannot positively reinforce these people thinking that they can be outside of what we feel like they should, be in. We want them to still be feeling bad about themselves. We still want them to be degenerates. We still want them to not have any integrity. We still want them to worship white Jesus and worship us and worship men. We want them to stay in this patriarchal racist system. And so the only time we uplift them is when they buy into the humiliation ritual that we set forth for them. But when Annie comes in with this integrity and this beauty, we can't award that. We have to award bad behavior. Not saying that Teyana did anything bad, but technically that's what it is. It's rewarding what you want to persist. You want to see black women degraded in these roles. So you want that to be persist. Like you want that to consist and persist. Is black women taking roles that are degrading to them. You don't want them to think that they should take roles like Annie did, like the Annie character, and shy away from doing this. Because how are you going to satiate your humiliation kink ritual with black women if black women aren't willing to sell themselves out in this capacity for the role? Now, this is not to put Teyana against Wumi, because that's not what I want at all. That's not the point of this. I'm happy for Teyana. I'm proud of Teyana. Teyana has pushed through so much in her life. We've watched Teyana since she was 15 years old. So I don't want y'all to confuse anything I'm saying up here as hate on her or not being proud of her, because that's not what it is. However, the system, I believe, was meant to award black women willing to degrade themselves and not award a woman that was willing to have more of an integrity in the role that she played. Okay? That's just my opinion. But again, still happy for Teyana. This is not being said in any way to disparage her personally, but just to speak of what we are all seeing in the visual of her getting up there on stage to, oh, I'm so grateful for this award, like Holly did. And then it did nothing for Holly in the long run. Let me see what y'all saying. She was problematic in Lovecraft Country. It's just a character. Okay. You're right. It's just a character. None of this means anything. Don't worry about anything I've said. You kept it to the roles and system. Any misunderstanding is intentional and doesn't matter. Hollywood is a tool for white supremacy, the entire industry. Oh, absolutely. That's why they got a whole bunch of gay people pretending to be straight so that y'all would think they're straight. Hollywood is a tool, just like religion. Black women, we are responsible for our own image. We need our own award shows to celebrate us, owned and operated by us. We do, which reminds me the NAACP awards are coming up, and Sinners has been nominated, for that as well. We got a whole bunch of nominations for that. I'm still happy Sinners win cinematic and box office achievement. A lot of people felt like the box office achievement was some bullshit because you're basically saying the movie wasn't that good, but y'all made a lot of money. Okay. Ooh, okay. Where do we go next? Seeing as though this was like award season, did y'all see? Because we were just talking about him.
I got you, brother. Anthony and Roxy, how you guys doing tonight? Amazing. We gotta ask you, are you guys officially dating? Are you able to tell us anything?
There you go. She's my date for the evening.
You guys look amazing together.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all go way back, right?
We go back almost 20 years.
So how did this happen? We want to know.
Friends are always friends.
Friends are always friends?
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. Thank
All
you.
right, brother.
guys.
Have a good night, baby.
You
Happy
too.
New Year to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that don't like Roxy. Like Roxy from New Orleans. So I know people who don't like her. But girl, I think that's very weird that you out with that man. I don't know. I think whenever somebody has been accused of assaulting people, like at work, like, you are accused of assaulting a woman on set of a TV show y'all are working on, I don't want to date you. And I don't want to be seen on TMZ holding your fucking hand. But that's just me. That's just me, girl. Let's get to LA Reid. Girl, as soon as the case was fitting to start, LA Reid said, nah, never mind. LA Reid has reached a settlement with Drew Dixon, who accused him of sexually assaulting her in 2001 while he was serving as president and CEO of Arista Records. Dixon alleged that Reid assaulted her on 2 occasions, first during a private flight and later inside his car. The lawsuit stemmed from claims she has publicly shared for several years, becoming part of a broader reckoning in the music industry over abuse of power. Dixon's attorney, Kenya Davis, praised her client following the settlement, calling Dixon a courageous and outspoken advocate for survivors of sexual abuse. Shout out to Drew. Davis said Dixon's work, including her role in helping advance New York's Adult Survivors Act, has contributed to shifting power dynamics in the music industry and expanding paths to justice for survivors. Reid's attorney, what does that say? What is his name? Amran Ansari emphasized that the settlement does not include any admission of wrongdoings. Okay, Amran. Whatever you say, Amran. He said the matter was resolved amicably and without any acknowledgement of liability by Reid. The financial terms and specific conditions of the settlement have not been disclosed. Sir, we don't care what you're talking about. You did it. You did it. I don't know why you think you can settle and we not gonna believe that you did the shit. I don't know why you think that. That's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. You guys, shout out to Yanni, right? Not my friend Yanni, shout out to her too. But Real with Yanni or Between Two Worlds, whatever Yanni's new YouTube is, but me and Yanni are mutuals on TikTok as well. And she's used me before in her content. So shout out to Yanni. Yanni is the one that posted the video of Young Miami that made me hear this. Because I had saved it, but I hadn't listened to it. And Yanni said that you need to stop being mad at whatever you was mad about and call JT expeditiously. Let's take a listen.
You know it's T when you see them 2 fingers touching. Yeah. I'm just some real fine shit. All you bitches ugly. Yeah. Let's get it to some. You know it's T when you see them 2 fingers touching. Yeah. I'm just some real fine shit. All you bitches ugly.
Okay. So I know we pop shit in music, but I would love for the pick-me's to upgrade what they're writing about. Okay? It's very annoying to me that y'all have this mentality that you're the prettiest girl and everybody else is ugly and you're like 30 something years old. What you should learn as a woman as you age is that you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other women. You should not have to down other women in order for you to feel good about yourself. I know this is just a song, but I think this is how Young Miami actually thinks, because this is what you came back with. This is what you came back with, that everybody else is ugly. And we're clocking that everybody's ugly but you. And I think it's so funny that like people that have had to do like surgeries and wig tape, you know, taping their eyes up and all of this shit. Y'all do all of this stuff to yourself so that you can turn around and call other people ugly. It feels like a projection. It does. But it's giving pick me music. And I know a lot of, you know, like, oh, because I'm better than you, bitch. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Okay, girl. If you think so. I don't know, y'all. I think that you should only be in competition with yourself. I think you should always be, you know, maybe influenced or getting inspired by other people, but I don't think you should be in competition with other people like that. I think you should always be in a space of I'm about myself. And I don't need to make anybody else feel less than in order for me to feel beautiful. I'm beautiful all on my own without having to look at anybody else. I'm a bad bitch. Bad boosh. Okay? So yeah, and it's always it's under the male gaze, like the nigga like me, right? The nigga like me over you. That's the same thing Cardi B said. It ain't my fault that nigga like me, and you know, and I got him laughing. He in love with the brim. It's this mentality that y'all think that the men choosing y'all, the men liking you more makes you more valuable, and that means you only care about how you're seen through the eyes, through the gaze of a man. And I think that's weird because who the fuck cares about what men think? Like, let's just be real. Like, let's be real. Men don't know until women tell them. Like, who the fuck cares about what a nigga like? Niggas will change what they like in 2 seconds. That's why y'all had BBLs and now y'all don't, because the niggas like them and now they don't. Just like they didn't like natural hair, so y'all went and got wigs. Now they don't like, now they don't like wigs. Men change their mind at the drop of a hat. Men gonna do what they gonna do for them. That's why you, as a woman, you have to be sure of yourself. You have to be sure of yourself. You can't let these niggas play with your self-esteem. And you can't let them, you know, entangle you in fights and arguments with other women because you want to be better than her. Girl, you're not going to be better than her. He's going to fuck her, he's going to fuck you, and he's going to play with both of y'all. He's going to choose him, girl. He's not going to choose her over you or you over her. He's going to choose him at all times. And if you loved yourself, you wouldn't let him put you in a me versus her triangulation type of situation. You ain't about to triangulate me with another woman, nigga. Are you crazy? That's crazy. All right, y'all, moving on. Did y'all see this shit with Jennifer Williams? She another pick me. Another one that's on the internet fighting over dick. Right? Court records show that several plaintiffs scored a default judgment against Christian Gold after he reportedly ghosted them in a civil case. The filing reveals liquidated and treble damages amounting to almost $368,000. On February 21st, 2025, plaintiffs filed the action against defendant Christian Walden. Okay, we've already done this. We know he over there scamming them people, talking about he gonna make investments, taking their money and playing around with it and using it and all of that. So then people sued him, right? We knew about that. And Jennifer still married him. Jennifer is still over there spending all of the money because he's pimping her. Because there are so many women that think they're in love and they're being pimped. Celina, Cardi, who else was being pimped that we was just up here talking about? Child, all of the girls are being pimped. And as long as they can find a man that they love, it's okay that these men pimp them. That's how they feel. Okay. So what did Jennifer say? Because Jennifer is absolutely getting pimped. Christian is really a man of his word. I have been with Liquid Assets a few months in the account management class. He's always responsive, willing to answer questions I have, which says a lot. When someone is handling your assets, I would say I've had 90% success rate. Only wish I would have joined earlier. Excited to see what the future holds. Tobias Ray. I don't know why Jennifer thinks that we're going to believe anything that's posted saying that this man is doing a good job when we've already heard how many people have lost their money working with him. So your one, your one compliment, you've only been here for a little while. That's usually how the con works. How they get you is a bait and hook situation, right? First they say, oh, I'm gonna help you with your money. They get you something. You like, oh, he's actually on the up and up. He got me my money. Then on the back end, that's when they start fucking over you. And because they helped you at first, because they actually helped your finances at first, you thought it was safe. But that's the scam. The scam is to get you comfortable so that they can take even more money from you. So I guess she posted this. The ringleader and husband of the witch hunt compliments yesterday, claims today. The timeline is interesting. Okay, so this is somebody that was just online saying that they liked what he was doing, but then this is also one of the people that's involved. It was more than just this person, so I don't know. Fast money doesn't build wealth. Always remember that. Wealth desires patience. I've learned that the hard way. Good morning. I'm reached out because I need honest answers. What's going on? When's the last time Tobias gambled? It's been about 3 weeks. He's borrowed money from everyone he can. He's even, so I guess she's posting the text messages between Tobias and his wife that prove that this man, who I guess was a part of the claims against Christian, is actually having a gambling debt. Let's see. He's even wrote fraud checks to himself, which resulted in my coffee shop account being shut down because he was on it. He's rock bottom with nowhere to go, no money. We getting lights cut off today, garbage next week gets shut off, gas gets shut off, and mortgage is in forbearance. Both cars are late. So this is the same person that just said they're having a 90% satisfaction or success rate with Christian. They're also somebody that apparently don't have no money. Let's see. This too shall pass for you both. I pray for this group as a whole. I understand everyone is going through things, including myself. There's only so much that's within my control. Yeah, I don't know what this was supposed to prove, Jen. This is Tobias Ray. So this is the man. His wife is Alteria. I guess he posted from her page and then wrote under it Tobias Ray. So this is allegedly one of the people that also, I guess, were complaining about him. Dude, to be honest, out of everybody, this girl set me up with, I lost almost 100K, but you the only one that's true to your craft, and I appreciate you. Matter of fact, you are the only true real person I know. The woman I'm married to ain't even real. I can't even call her a wife, and that's sad. It's just me and my dogs and my daughter. Everybody else is undercover agents, I tell you. So a nigga that has a gambling problem and that got in cahoots with Christian scamming ass is now messaging about how his wife ain't shit. Girl, this is so much mess, and this is a deflection from the fact that your husband had a default judgment because he didn't respond to a number of complainants. Girl, anyway, let me finish reading. Because, niggas that's fucking over people always think everybody is an undercover agent against them. Child, anyway, no, that's not what's happening. You've been fucking over people, and people want retribution, and now you acting like everybody coming for you. I tell you, Chief, this woman is a trip. I take care of everything, and she continues to be slick. That's why I'm trying to get this going so I can move on. It's always the men that try to do right, and women do naive shit. So the men are trying to do right. The women are naive. Sorry, I'm even talking to you about this. I just don't have anyone else to tell. The ringleader and husband of the witch hunt. So I guess these are the two, like this wife and husband that have whatever they have going on are the leaders of the $300,000 complainant. So is this supposed to prove that he didn't scam them? I don't know how this is supposed to prove. Yeah, I see the names up there. Yeah, I don't know how this is supposed to prove anything. To me, let me see. What does it say? I'm gonna read that last part right there. Hold up. A judgment is hereby entered in favor of plaintiffs and against the defendant in the amount of $120,430.86, which amount constitutes liquidated damages. Hold up. Based on defendant's default allegation and the complaint are deemed, and I don't know what that was supposed to be. But because he didn't show up, they awarded these people the money that they were asking for. Let me see. Plaintiffs are awarded prejudgment interest on the principal amount accruing a 7 per annum from February 21st, 2025 through November 21st, 2025 in the amount of $6,322.62. Plaintiffs' total award as of the date of this judgment, $367,000, 625 cents and 20 cents, child. 625 and 20 cents. Y'all know what I'm saying. Whatever. Y'all can see it on the screen. $300,000, child. Almost $400,000. Post judgment interest, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so yeah. Once again, the man was accused of scamming a while ago. Jennifer is on the internet defending him. Because that's what women do. Women come on the internet and they defend men against whatever men are being accused of. Men might be accused of assault. Men might be accused of rape. Men might be accused of stealing. And some woman that he's giving the dick to is going to come online and defend him. That's just what's going on these days, girl. A bunch of naive women, and the men are just trying to do their best to get exactly what they can get out of you. As much as they can get. Now, speaking of getting as much as you can get, I remember when we first started talking about Kandi and Todd breaking up, I told y'all that I felt like it was bullshit the way everybody thinks that Todd is, Mr. Mom or something like that. When really, Riley told us a long time ago that both Todd and Kandi are often not home and that Kandi is just the one paying for everything, right? So let's read what the neighborhood talk is saying. The divorce between Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker is getting a little messy. According to Us Weekly, Kandi recently filed a motion claiming that Todd does not hold up his end of the financial responsibility for their 2 minor children, Ace and Blaze. And he fakes like he does for social media. And the filing, because he's been on social media acting like they're just one big happy family, confusing all of us. And Kandi's trying to keep it cute on social media. But the court documents is where we're keeping it real. In the filing, Kandi says their children have significant monthly expenses, and she's the one footing the bill every single time. From the nanny to their extracurricular activities to medical bills and traveling, Kandi claims she does it all. She even pays the mortgage and the house expenses. She says it's not right for her to be the sole person paying for the children's livelihood, while Todd uses his money to frequently go on out of the country vacations, which we have seen him on recently. Tucker does not exercise parenting time with the minor children on a significant basis, despite the facade of his 2 to 3 minute social media videos chronicling his daddy daycare on his social media platforms, Kandi said in her filing. Kandi also claims that Todd tries to interfere with her parental time despite them already having an agreement. She recalls their recent spat during the Christmas holiday. Kandi wanted Ace and Blaze to be with her in New York, and she had already planned it in advance. But Todd tried to prevent the kids from coming. So now she's asking the courts to set an official custody schedule so there will be no confusion. Kandi also tried to request a confidentiality order on the divorce proceedings, but Todd fought back, claiming that Kandi has already been talking on social media She's already been talking on social media and in interviews about the divorce. So now there's no need to be secretive. Having voluntarily placed the proceedings into the public domain, Burruss cannot now credibly claim that sealing the case is necessary to protect the integrity of the proceedings or the best interest of the minor children. Now, I don't know what he's going to be able to use against Kandi in order to, keep this shit filed or keep this shit sealed. But I don't know why you're even fighting to get it sealed unless you just don't want something that can be perceived as, Kandi fucking up to come out. That's the only thing I could think of. Because I would just let him put all of it out there. But I told y'all that he was not the parent that he was pretending to be from jump. Because y'all, we forget. If you go back and watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, you go back and watch some of the specials that they had, Todd is not playing that Mr. Mom role the way y'all think he is. And I think he's smart. That's why he's been posting on social media trying to make everybody think that he's Mr. Dad and everything's all good. And that's because he wants to get more money from Kandi. That's just what it seems like to me. And based on all of the things that we saw, this is why I believe you have to believe people when they show you who they are, right? All of that YouTube shit that we saw when they came out and said they were filing for divorce, and we saw all of these clips from Todd's YouTube channel of all of these problematic, misogynistic conversations he's having with Kandi. Yeah, all of that is evidence that that man ain't shit. He's always been trying to use this lady. He's always been an asshole. And if Kandi wasn't used to being in abusive dynamics because of her family and her upbringing, she would not have been in a relationship with him. Because I know a lot of y'all like the old Mama Joyce was right. Mama Joyce is the reason why Kandi is even in this situation. Because what did I just tell y'all at the beginning about when you have abusive parents or negligent parents, they groom you to be prepared for your spouse or whoever you're in a relationship with disrespecting you and saying they love you at the same time. Okay? And this is just more evidence that y'all don't need to be marrying these niggas. I know y'all want to marry niggas, and I'm talking about women with money. So, like, you know, when we get up here and talk about certain celebrities, y'all always hating. We're not hating. We know that this is the outcome a lot of the times because men don't care about love the way women do. Y'all think these niggas care about love the way y'all do. They do not. Men do not care about love the way women care about love. Men care about their lives being made easy. Men care about being able to get their needs met as much as possible with the least amount of effort put forth by themselves. Like that's just what it is. Most men are trying to find a way to get whatever they can get from wherever they can get it. That's why Offset will keep asking a prostitute for money and for sex because you were willing to give it. Because he knew he can get money and head from you. That's why he kept calling you. That's why. Because you allowed him to use you in that way. He's going to do whatever he can to get his needs met. And it is up to you, the woman, it is up to you, the person with the resources, to say, no, you're not going to use me like this. If you got a grown-ass man that you laying up with, please throw that nigga in the water and let him sink or swim. I'm not telling y'all not to be with people. I know y'all think that. I'm not telling y'all not to be in relationships. What I am telling you is if you're going to be in relationships, keep your wits about you. Stop thinking you're going to get to a point in life where you're just going to be able to relax and never worry about anything ever again. That's not what life is, honey. That might be what death is. I don't know. I ain't been there. I can't remember. I was there, but I don't remember. Okay? Death might be that. But in this life, you are never going to be able to get with any person and just relinquish everything to that person. Girl, wake the fuck up. No more marriages, y'all. If you got money, if you're a woman with money and you willing to date down, no more marriages, ma'am. No more marriages. Get contracts put in. Don't be up here talking about, oh, well, I don't want to push him away. You need to be willing to do whatever you need to do for yourself. And if that pushes him away, he needs to be pushed away. Y'all are always trying to protect yourselves and these men from you finding out the truth of who they really are. I ain't having all them women around my men. Bitch, if your man is a hoe, he gonna fuck on you anyway. He gonna fuck somebody else anyway. You not having any female friends is not saving you, bitch. I'm just saying. Hold up, let me see. I think I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about today. I think I did. Okay, one more thing. I guess we'll talk about Fetty Wap another. I don't even care to talk about Fetty Wap. Y'all really thought that nigga was gonna get out of jail and do something for y'all? Shut up. I'm sorry, y'all. If my baby daddy go to jail, and this not even just in my baby daddy go to jail. I don't understand y'all on the internet crying about niggas who ain't never been work shit not doing nothing for y'all. Hey, niggas ain't never been doing nothing for you, bitch. What is you upset about today? But I did want to talk about this because I told y'all that I felt like nobody should have ever elected Jason Lee to any type of public office. I don't think he's a good person. I don't think that he is somebody that should represent other people because I don't think he cares about other people. I think people that get in positions of power, like politicians and all of that, I'm tired of y'all getting in those positions just because y'all want power. If you don't want to be a community organizer, if you're not trying to make your community better, then I don't think y'all need to be in those positions moving forward. If this is all about you getting power and access, you need to go do something else. Okay? Go fuck on old white men for power in Hollywood the way you started out doing allegedly. I don't know what Jason was doing, y'all. I don't know. I never heard that about him. But, you know, the alternative is to go and let old men fuck on you for fame and money and access. That's always the other option, right? Old man won't fuck on you for money. Go do that. Don't become a politician for this same thing, for money and access and all of that and power. Please don't. Just go fuck an old man. Don't try to come and represent the people because you are very problematic. I don't like nothing about the way he reports on stuff. I don't like the way he talks about Megan Thee Stallion. I don't like the way he talked about Cassie in the Diddy trial. I don't like any of that. So he's been cleared of abuse of power and misuse of funds in the Wild 'N Out event controversy. I don't give a fuck what these people said. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this just means he got off. That's all that means. It don't mean he didn't do anything wrong. It doesn't mean he wasn't misusing the funds. It just means somebody decided that they're going to let him pass. And y'all in the comments clapping hands and all of that shit. Let's read. Jason Lee was accused of both abusing his power as vice mayor and misusing $50,000 from the city of Stockton's risk fund for a Wild 'N Out event last year. Now, I didn't know that risk fund, I don't know what risk fund is, but to me, that sounds like a in case shit happens fund, right? You used your city's in case shit happens money on a fucking Wild 'N Out event last year. Wild 'N Out concerts ain't even that funny for you to be doing all this. But after months of speculation, a full investigation has officially cleared his name. According to legal documents posted by the Stockton City Council, the city partnered with the law office of Hanson Bridget, LLC, to conduct a thorough review of the situation. 2 formal hearings were held, one in August 2025, another in December 2025. Importantly, the committee found no evidence of financial violations. They also ruled that Lee's actions fell within the scope of his authority as vice mayor. So as vice mayor, he had the authority to take money from the city in order to fund a Wild 'N Out concert. The investigation reviewed whether $50,000 from Stockton's risk fund was improperly allocated for the event. It also examined whether Lee used his public office to benefit himself personally due to his celebrity status and his role as the founder of Hollywood Unlocked, also as somebody that used to be on Wild 'N Out. The committee acknowledged that the initial announcement of the event carried a connotation that it was meant to tout Lee's celebrity. However, that alone was not enough to prove wrongdoings. And y'all in the comments clapping and shit, bloop, 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 like this proves something. At the end of the day, they can say that what he did wasn't illegal. That's perfectly fine. It wasn't illegal. But if you want a city council member, if you want a vice mayor of your city to be using funds that are supposed to be allocated for the people for a fucking concert, by all means, this is who y'all elected. Y'all, my nose is peeling, okay? My skin peeling on my nose. Okay. But yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care what them people said. Exactly. I don't care what them people said. I think that what you did was like a fine line, right? Not illegal. We can't really punish you for it, but it wasn't on the up and up. It's not what you should be doing with the city's money.
Just here winding down my vacation with an illustrious facial and Botox treatment because, you know, y'all been trying to get me to crack. But one thing I never do is crack under pressure. And one thing a diamond always does is well under pressure. Y'all remember when they tried it at the city of Stockton and said that I did something with the Wild 'N Out stuff? Well, obviously I've been vindicated because, as I said, I don't need $50,000 because y'all know I got money. But
How are you vindicated and now you're saying you don't need the money? Nobody thought you needed the money. We thought you took money from a city and put it into the pockets of the Wild 'N Out tour. Whoever you had to pay, whoever needed to get money, whatever hands got washed, it seems problematic. I don't know why you think this was a testament of whether you had money or not.
I just posted this on Twitter, but wanted to come over here because I know a lot of people like to take my videos. Joe Budden, I don't know where you are with your fat ass lips around that mic, and I'm talking about the mic that you speak into on the podcast. You had ran your fat lips talking about me taking money or whatever from the city. Now that I've been cleared, run them fat ass lips back over there on the microphone on the Joe Budden podcast. Mona, don't call me white girl. I'm tagging you because you took Melissa's forge job, the one he was gaslighting, trying to get to talk crazy about me. Obviously, you don't read. The only thing you do successfully is sleepwalk in the nude.
Well, I read. And what I read is that they just found that what you did wasn't illegal. But you still took money from the city so that this concert that wasn't selling tickets could happen. Nobody said you took $50,000 out of the city's money and pocketed it. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. But we said you took money as a mayor to promote a fucking tour that you used to be on. And it seems problematic.
Go run.
So yeah, no, I don't know why you feel like, they said I ain't do nothing wrong. But you still did what them people said you did. You still took the money from the city for this Wild 'N Out tour, correct? You still did that, right? So just because they say that what you did wasn't illegal doesn't mean that you've been vindicated and we need to come up here and say, oh, we so sorry. No, nigga, I still think that you did something that you wasn't supposed to be doing, but they couldn't prove it, or you had the right people in place to say that it wasn't really any malfeasance. Yeah, it may not have been the right thing to do with them people's money, but it wasn't illegal what you did. That's what it sounds like to me.
Me the receipts and apologize, punk.
Yeah, maybe not illegal, but unethical. Thank you so much, Shar. Not illegal, but unethical.
I'll be back.
Because there's a difference between something being illegal and something being unethical, just like there's a difference between impact versus intent. And I don't know why you're talking about Melissa Ford. Like, Melissa Ford needed to get her ass up off of Joe Budden's podcast. I don't know why she was still there. I don't know why you're a glutton for punishment. Mona is perfect for Joe Budden's podcast. Okay? That's a bitch that's gonna bite these niggas' heads off. Yeah, that's who they needed up there. They didn't need Melissa up there. The fuck? Yeah, then people can say whatever they want to say. They just proved that what you did wasn't illegal. Doesn't mean it wasn't unethical. Okay, just one last thing, y'all, because I keep looking at it. So, okay. Y'all know I don't be liking to talk about the church people, but let's Tony Gaskins. Author Tony Gaskins reacts to rumors that he's cheating on his wife.
Hey, somebody wrote me talking about somebody was on TikTok talking about I'm unfaithful to my wife. You got to be stupid. You ought to be lined up and hit with tomato cans and cans of paint. You think Hey, somebody wrote me talking I'm gonna build my entire life on integrity, dignity, consistency, purity, and be out here cheating on my wife?
Yes. The fuck is wrong with you? See, I can't stand when people play stupid and act like at large men don't do exactly what you just said. And I don't like whenever y'all use the word purity. What do you mean purity? Who the fuck's pure over there, Tony?
You absolutely stupid. And then have you even seen I'm gonna build you even seen my wife? Like, my wife ain't got to wear makeup.
That don't mean you don't cheat on her. Beyonce got cheated on.
My wife don't have an enemy in the world. The nicest person you done ever met. Her friends will absolutely kill for her. You even seen my
She's a good person. Good people get cheated on all the time. What is your point?
Like, she don't have an enemy. She don't start arguments. She don't stress me. She don't.
So are you saying that there's no reason for you to cheat on her? See, the reason why I wanted to talk about this, I didn't even listen to what he said. But to me, the fact that he came up here to argue with y'all about it, that's what made me feel like, oh yeah, there's some truth. There have to be some truth to it.
Don't bother me.
And listen, I don't know these people, y'all. I don't know. So he may not be cheating on her, but why are you coming up here to defend? And then I don't like, this is what makes me think y'all be lying. When y'all say shit like, oh, my wife too fine and my wife don't even stress me and I built my platform on purity. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? There are a whole bunch of pastors and preachers that cheat on their wives. I just saw a video of a pastor abusing his wife. So you coming up here and talking to us like, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that you didn't cheat on her. Her being beautiful. That doesn't mean that beautiful women get cheated on. So when you come up here and you say, oh, I didn't cheat on her because of these things, and those things don't actually dispel anything, it makes me think that you're lying.
She don't worry me. If I want to work 1 hour a day or if I want to work 16 hours. Like
10 million bounty if you can find who I'm in an affair with. And it's easy to say don't entertain it when it's not your name that you've built for decades. So y'all chill with that. I don't play about my wife, my life, or God's work, and I'm going to speak on it. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because I'm a content creator and I speak on whatever the fuck I want to speak on. But I am going to listen to the words that you say. I'm going to listen to the words that you say. So when you decide to get up here and come and tell us that you didn't cheat on her, and then you start to name all the reasons why, and I'm like, well, none of that means anything. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to say. Like, you could have just been like, man, I ain't cheating on that lady. Fuck you talking about? Like, I'm too old to cheat. I'm too tired to cheat. I only got the energy for one coochie. Okay? You know how much energy coochie takes? Coochie takes a lot of energy. Only niggas that are trying to fill a hole inside themselves be out here fucking all of these women. Women are exhausting. Like, listen, even with like poly, 3 people tops, girl. Like you can't be out here with all of these different people. It's too exhausting. Too many energies, girl. Okay, everybody ain't built for that. But Tony, you could have just said, I'm an old nigga. I don't even have the energy to be fucking more than my wife, and I would have believed that. Because there's a lot of niggas that wish they had the energy to go cheat on somebody. But between working and taking care of kids in a household, niggas ain't got no energy to cheat on nobody. I would have heard that and been like, you know what? I could believe you. But you come up here and talk about your wife beautiful and she don't stress you out. That don't mean nothing. Niggas got beautiful women that are they piece. And they still go out in the street and get them a little piece of something else.
Hey, somebody wrote me talking about somebody was on TikTok talking about I'm unfaithful to my wife. You got to be stupid.
Right, because it's stupid to think that people cheat, even though they cheat all over the fucking place. People cheat every day, B. But it's so preposterous for us to think it about you. Okay? Y'all know who he looked like to me? What's your man name? Marcus Black? Yeah, him and Marcus Black remind me of one another.
You ought to be lined up and hit with tomato cans and cans of paint.
So you want me to you want somebody to be physically abused because they said you cheating? That's too much. Like, that's too much. You know what I mean? Like, for what? Is it that serious? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if things have no truth and people just like to talk shit, why even, give into it in such a way? You need your ass beat saying I cheated. Black men don't cheat. Like, don't act like it's so fucking preposterous, nigga. Don't act like it's so preposterous.
You think somebody gonna build my entire life.
This the part right here. This the part that made me feel like he was lying, y'all. See, listen, I don't know this man. He could be telling the truth, y'all. I'm not saying I know for a fact, but this is what made me think he was lying.
On integrity, dignity, consistency, purity, and be out here cheating on my wife.
Yes, because you building a platform and you not cheating on your wife have nothing to do with one another. They have nothing to do with the other. They really, really don't. You can build a platform to be whatever the fuck you want it to be, and you can still be fucking other people behind the scenes. One don't mean the other. So the fact that you came up here and said that, I'm like, nigga, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Niggas build platforms all the time and be in exact opposition of it. I can name 2 times off the top of my head. What's that nigga that was on YouTube that was always trying to give niggas game and then he was dogging his wife out? What's the other? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The black dude, the dog-skinned dude that went to Tuskegee with my homeboy. Him. That nigga was up here building a platform and dogging his wife out. Like, people do it. People do it every day, B. And then I could think about Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine. I got to go watch Married to Medicine. Dr. Jackie built her platform against, the mortality rate of black women in hospitals while giving birth. And got up there on the internet and said that black women be crying wolf. People absolutely contradict their platforms all the time. All the time, Tony. Yes, Derek. Derek did it. Now let's read my super chats. I see somebody. Oh, is Cynthia G here? Oh my God. Hey, Sin. Thank you for the super chat. Glad you're addressing the fact that Cardi still ain't addressed Celina yet, but was just screaming on the internet at Tasha K and Jesse. Girl, yeah. I be trying to stay out of shit, but then once I noticed, I gotta come. Thank you again. If it's not about race, then why hasn't she addressed Celina with the same aggression she had towards Jesse? Girl, they say it's because she helping her. That's what they say. Okay, fine. Jay Buggin, thank you so much for the super chat. I was told by an older lady that I'm too young to understand Martin, almost 38, and that he never even point out her race. I reminded them he called her a Hershey bar and was called a lie. Season 3, episode 18. Girl, when I tell you they be fighting for their fucking life behind a show that was one of the biggest examples of injurious comedy and colorism in all of Black American history, girl, they can deny it all that they want to. They can deny it all they want to, girl. They just dumb. That's what it's given. Like, because if you don't see it, girl, I don't know what to tell you. And also, nobody has to, like, blatantly call you a tar baby. I'm going to say it again in order for them to be colorist. This is how you treat people, how you handle them. Not always exactly what you say, but how you handle them. If we look at how people are handled, then we can understand how colorism would present itself. At BGGTST, thank you for the super chat. Pap has absolutely no emotional connection to Clarissa Shields, which is why he speaks on physical. It's giving auction block. I agree, girl. Okay. Insane. I agree. Taylor, hey, love. Thank you for the super chat. Jason definitely gives that he would be shaking hands with Trump. Absolutely. Complete and utter fucking sellout. Complete and utter fucking sellout. Don't care about nobody but himself. Okay? I feel like something be wrong with y'all. Okay. What? Did you see Kobe from Love and Marriage Detroit had a baby boy on January 3rd? Ooh, girl, no, I didn't. Pray for her. Y'all pray for her. She finally had the baby. She didn't want to have that second baby, but now she didn't had another baby for that man. Now she got, 2 girls and a boy? I'm sure it's a perfect family over there with her and that pastor. We'll see. I saw y'all ask me about that couple. Y'all, where do we know this couple from? Because when I tell y'all, everybody talking about them, and I have never even heard of them 2 people that broke up. I have never even heard of them 2 people that broke up, y'all. They said the guy was cheating on her. And then I saw a video of them like I guess they were in the park having a picnic, and he was, I guess, negging her. And she was like, get the fuck out my face. I can't remember. Hold up. I can't remember what it was, y'all. Whatever that little couple is that everybody talking about, but I don't know them. Yeah, what's the people name, y'all? Is it Kristen and something else? Yeah, I don't know them people. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know them people. I don't really watch people who make their social media about their personal lives. I don't really watch people. I've noticed that. I don't know why, but I don't. I don't watch people that make their social media about their personal lives all the time. I don't watch those people. Girl, I don't know. I don't know, but I just don't. Desmond and Christy. I don't even know them people. I don't know them people. So I have no idea what's going on. So I can't give my opinion on it. But I mean, it's not a surprise. From what I understand, I think I saw a clip that Yanni did on TikTok. I think it was Yanni who was pointing out that, she grew past him. She grew past him on social media, And whenever you grow past a man, they resent you and then they cheat on you or dog you out, or, you know, they got to do something to hurt you because you've surpassed them. And that in some ways has made them feel bad about themselves. Right? So yeah, and that's the same thing that's going on with Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell, because that's another thing, you know, on the other side of TikTok, you know, because it's not all black all the time, you know. So we be over there talking about Dax Shepard and his interview he did with Cher. I played y'all the clip last week from Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard talking to Cher, and how he was basically trying to, first of all, it was almost like saying, I know you think I'm a piece of shit, but I'm about to bring up all of the men who you've been with who are also pieces of shit. So you're not much better than her, and you're not better than me because you've been with men that are just as much of a piece of shit as I am. That's what that whole thing was for him to, you know, hem up Cher and Kristen, because he's probably heard Cher tell Kristen, you need to leave that nigga. And so he does an interview to remind her that all of the men she's been with have been, you know, problematic, junkies and all of that shit. I was like, yeah, look at him. Dak's face is concerning to me. But the pick-me's, Kristen Bell is a pick-me. So if the pick-me's want to ride and die for these niggas, I'm gonna let them do it. But I'm going to still call a thing a thing. Oh, and when I come back tomorrow, we'll get into the Cat in the Hat and his interview with Lady London, who, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was attracted. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just was attracted. I was just like, let me go follow her. I was attracted. I love me a smart, pretty bitch. Okay, I love me a cool, smart, pretty bitch. And she was just giving a lot of energy that was a turn on to me. But in his interview, this.
I was born on a Sunday, Mother's Day. I am my mom's favorite son. She would never admit it, but I think that to be true.
Got it.
She has 2 other sons. That means that vagina was powerful. That was TMI, but needless to say, I was born on a...
So many weird things. But somebody Googled it, found out that nigga was lying. He was not born on a Sunday. He was, in fact, born on the same day I was born on a motherfucking Thursday. Okay? In the same month, a year after me. Okay? I'm 1 year older than the Cat in the Hat. And yeah, he be lying, girl. He be lying. He be spelling words wrong. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. But y'all allow for football players to think they're smarter than they are, when really football players are like soldiers. They're people that have learned to do what other people tell them to do. That's it. Cam is not that smart. The fact that he spelled it eclectic with an A at the end, and we're going to get into it tomorrow, but it definitely lets me know that people were passing your test for you. Because that's what happens in high school. If there's a boy out there that's good at sports or good at something else outside of schoolwork, he's going to pay or get other people to do his homework for him, or they going to make sure he passes his classes because they think he's the great black hope, right? Every time a poor nigga, you know, is about to become rich from playing a sport, y'all going to pass all his tests for him, not realizing that it makes him an idiot with a lot of money. And when you're an idiot with a lot of money, that's never a good combination. I don't understand how Jazzy is over there in a relationship with him and like she's being abused. I'm not saying he put his hands on her, y'all, because y'all know psychological abuse is the fucking worst. Emotional, psychological abuse. But Jazzy is over there as an abuse victim. You want to talk about somebody plotting, right? You know how the Celina Powell situation, Milan said she felt like Offset plotted on Celina Powell to get back at her. And I said, I don't think so. I just think he was using her because she allowed herself to be used. In this situation, I absolutely think that Cam, trying to prove that his dumbass was smart, saw Jazzy on the internet popping her shit and decided that he was going to apply $1 million pressure to her and psychological abuse in order to collect a woman who is perceived as smart and powerful and then basically disempower her. And now he gets to look like, you know, he's this great man, right? Because he took this beautiful, attractive, funny, smart, powerful woman and enslaved her. Now she's at his house, cooking and cleaning and taking care of 2 children one on each tit. It's really sad. When you think about it, it's really, really sad, y'all. And this is the system that we live in that grooms young girls to become pick-me women that are willing to put themselves in harm's way, whether legally, Cardi B, right? Emotionally, Clarissa Shields, right? They are willing to put themselves in harm's way for the patriarchy, for dick, for men, for the validation of stupid people. Y'all have an unnatural allegiance to losers, and I want everybody to work on that. Well, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. Like up the video, share me, follow me on TikTok and Instagram, support my merch. And if you would like to get out of the country with us, because it is very much needed, we are going to Thailand in April. Okay, go to resetbydesignwellness.com, go to the EFC trips and sign up to come with us I think we might have 5 more left. We have 5 more seats left. The trip is for April 10th. So y'all got to get in. You could pay with a firm. This one is not as expensive as our other retreats. So if y'all trying to come with us to Thailand, girl. Because if you trying to listen, with everything going on right now and you thinking about somewhere to possibly run, just come on a trip with us to Thailand and you can figure out if this is somewhere you might want to run permanently because of everything that's going on. Okay, Reset by Design Wellness. The link is down below in the description box. We're going to Mauritius in September. We're going to East Africa in September. So if y'all want to travel with us, get out of the country, see how other people live, de-stress, reset, sign up. Love y'all. See y'all in the next one.